And no, this is not some kind of like bullshit. And not something that's gonna just annoy us. Kate and Jimbo. We wanna see a bit of football chat, not like the rest of the other football crap. Hey, we wanna get it with the realness. Oh, baby. Kate and Jimbo.
Welcome back to Kate and Jimbo. We're getting quite good at these impromptu evening streams. We was just sitting down watching the telly, and then all of a sudden, a couple of news reports come out saying that Tottenham are stepping up their interest in Folarin Balogun. So we thought, hey, why not jump on and do a live and have a little chat about it? We're going to talk about it anyway. We might as well do it on a live. Hope everyone's well. Jimbo, you well today?
Yeah, I'm good. Like I was 5 minutes ago.
Good, glad to hear it. Welcome to everyone who is joining us. Please do smash a like, hit the subscribe, share the video if you wish to. Go over to Spotify as well. We're there under Kate and Jimbo. Let's have a quick look who's in the chat and then we'll get into it. We've got Mr. Bertie P is in the house. Steve is in the house. Eric is in the house. Big up to everyone. Wilf says, I'll take him. We can always sell him the next window. Big up to you, Wilf. Kulu's Elusive said, what an intro, while Wilf says that he found himself singing this tune earlier. I'm always singing it, I'll be honest. I'll take Balogun, says Alex. Better than Richarlison, that's for sure, but 60 mil seems a bit much. Paul Rowland's here, big up to you, my love. Evening, peeps and IT Kate, says Paul Tucknott, sorry. Osherman, we'll touch on that in a minute. I'd take Balogun. Come on, you Spurs, says Darren Sachs. All things Spurs with Mika, says big up. It's come out tonight, before we get on to Balogun, that Galatasaray have come out and said that they are not entertaining anything about Osherman going anywhere. Even if someone was to offer 140 million, they've said no way, Jose. So, Jimbo, your predictions for Osherman to be the next bomber. Are you going to have a little rethink, or are you still going to die on the hill that we will sign this guy?
No, it's like looking a bit bleak, but I will. Football is a funny game. How many times do people say they're not selling someone and they sell them? So I don't really see how Galatasaray could turn down 100, 120 million. Mm-hmm. But we'll see. We'll see, but it's looking bleak. It's looking bleak.
It is looking bleak. Good evening, Marzi. Never going to give you up. 66 and counting says Arsenal have a sell-on clause with Balogun. Balogun is shit, says Winkle. Well, he ain't shitter than Solanke and Richarlison, I can tell you that. So I don't think that's quite there. Gakpo, Balogun and Dye, that's goals. Yep, Alex agree. Balogun is not shit. Chat's moving mad, says the bum man. Look, it really came out of nowhere. We had been linked to him earlier in the window, and big up Colby. And all of a sudden it surfaced again tonight, and it's not just one or two reports. Yahoo Sports are reporting it. There's lots of reports, and it says, according to a report from L'Equipe, Tottenham Hotspur have opened discussions with AS Monaco over a potential transfer for Balogun, age 25, with the French outlet writing the striker is estimated to be worth around 60 million euros. That is not pounds. Someone put pounds in the chat. That's euros. He's coming off his third season in the Principality, having moved to the League One side from Tottenham rivals Arsenal back in 2023. The US international has been linked this summer with an exit. Spanish and English sides, including Newcastle, have held an interest in the striker, who scored 19 times across 45 games last season. Balogun obviously was the guy who got the red card in the World Cup, and then it got overturned because Donald Trump did his little bit of getting involved and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, we just had a quick look at a couple of his highlight reels, Jimbo. It's getting to that stage in the window where it's not desperate stakes, but we are only a week and a half away from our first game against Brentford, and I think all Tottenham fans will agree that we don't really want to be going into that game with Solanke and Richarlison up front. We need an improvement. And for me, as much as Balogun wouldn't be my first, second, third, maybe not even my fifth choice, I do see him as an improvement to what we've got. I don't know what your thoughts are on the guy.
Well, I watched him a bit in the World Cup on the highlights of in the morning when the USA played. I watched his highlight reels. Apart from that, I don't know a lot about him, but I mean, I've seen people say mixed things about him. Some really like him, and some are not so sure. But I mean, look, he scored on his highlight reel. He scored some good goals, really good goals,
Yeah.
and some assists. I think he got 4 assists with them 19 goals, if I'm right, Kate. I did have a look.
6 goals and assists in the Champions League he got as well. He averages at Monaco 1 in every 2 games. He gets a goal and assist, which I know it's Monaco, but ain't a bad return. And at the end of the day,
De Zerbi knows him.
I don't know. What made you say that?
Where was De Zerbi at?
Marseille.
Ah, okay,
Monaco.
sorry. Yeah,
just because it begins with M, it don't mean it's the same place.
No, sorry.
So
look,
yeah, he's got his return is quite good. It's not terrible at all.
Our niece is in the house.
My beautiful niece. My beautiful niece is here, is she? Hang on. Where is she? Here she is. Hello, my gorgeous niece. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Big up Harmless Potato as well, YouTube member. Darren says Balogun fits De Zerbi's system here, be like our Welbeck. Younger though, of course. Big up
26,
Smithy.
I think.
25, he is. 25 is 25 in July, yeah.
All right, Smithy.
I believe so. Let me double check that. Yeah, 25. Big up Smithy. Good to see you, my love. Rob Always United, another YouTube member, is in the house. Balogun's just a kid. He's 25. I'm not sure I'd class that as a kid, but hey.
Yeah.
James Flowers in the house. Good evening to you, James. What's your thoughts on Balogun, mate?
Caught some fish.
Yeah, and have you managed to catch any fish yet? More to the point. He's quick. He's good with both feet. He knows where the goal is.
Yeah,
listen,
I did see that he scores with both feet, and he's quite strong as well.
Yeah. Let me see. What's that in feet? Hang on. He is. Oh, he's only 5'8", but he looks quite lumpy. You know, he don't look like he's going to be a pushover to me. Obviously, he plays for the American national team. I think I already said that. Miss you, darling, so much. Alex Minchin's here. Says new sub here. Welcome to the channel. Says confiscate Solanke's anime comics until he starts delivering. Do you know what? It's worth a try. Anything's worth a try. Yeah, top managers are across most players. Bunman says Balogun's hold-up play is levels above that of Richie and Solanke. Evening, Simon Cohen. Good to see you. Evening, gorgeous Lisa. Yeah, hopefully we'll let you know as soon as we know what games we're coming to. Scott Amos is here as well. Big up. Good evening to you. Listen, I was looking at. Obviously, he's got to fit into the De Zerbi system. He had a strong season last year. Balogun scored 13 League One goals and 4 assists in 30 appearances. So, like I say, his return's not bad at all. Balogun is at his best attacking space, particularly useful if De Zerbi wants Spurs to create overloads and then release the striker behind the defence. He's a genuine natural number 9 rather than another attacking midfielder stroke winger. Spurs need more competitions and goals in that position. Now, first, straight away, Jimbo, a natural number 9, that they're a dying breed. There's really not that many of them about anymore. So that for me is a massive tick in the box. I don't know about you. It's even like Krupi. He's not a natural number 9. He's like a floating striker. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think we need a natural number 9.
Yeah. Yes, it would be nice, wouldn't it? To have an natural number 9. I think his injury, his injury record's good as well. I don't think he gets injured a lot.
Yeah.
So,
go on. MJB said last 2 seasons goals at club level: Balogun 23, Solanke 22, Richarlison 17. He's only an upgrade if he can stay fit. Not convinced he's an upgrade on quality. Interesting. I mean, At the end of the day, I think when it comes to buying a striker, we're going to have to take a chance on
Yeah.
somebody. Um,
Which, yeah, sooner or later, because his time's running out and strikers are running out. You know, if it's
yeah,
now Osherman they don't want to sell him. If Kane's staying at Bayern, which looks like he is, we've got to start looking elsewhere. And at the end of the day, time is running out.
yeah. Dave O'Hanlon says, "Evening, both. Love your shows. Thank you. Let's sign
Cheers,
Balogun and
Dave.
Savio. Big up to you. Big up Mark Field. Big up Aaron Robinson. Says Balogun's better than what we have. I agree completely. Big up Rob. How is it 11 months since you become a member? That is craziness.
Cheers, Rob.
So I know as much about Spurs as United now. Yes, you're an honorary Spurs fan and a mod and a member. So thank you, Rob. Lee says Balogun, good striker, 2-footed, knows where the goal is. De Zerbi knows him well. There we go. Evening, Gary Ball. Good to see you, my friend.
Gary.
Princess Kate said, Jimbo, we need Osherman. Yeah, no. Galatasaray have said no. He ain't for sale at any price.
Yeah, but I've still got a little bit of a hope there.
Yeah. Solanke's hold-up play is very good. He just lacks the hunger to get in the box. That says Darren Fearon. And injuries. Yeah, I mean, Balogun's injury record, 24-25, missed 113 days and 25 games due to a severe dislocated shoulder. 24-25, 23-24, suffered multiple ankle setbacks, including one that ruled out of him in the Confederation Gold Cup. And then it says minor muscle and calf injuries last season, brief minor strains, small calf problem, and a dead leg causing 4 to 9 day absences. So he has had previous injuries in the past, but of recent times they've been a lot better. I mean, you're going to struggle. There's not many players out there where you're going to look at their injury record and it's going to be faultless, right? So it's not horrendous, but it's not brilliant.
Yeah,
I mean, does that put you off a little bit?
Well, no, yeah. I mean, you look at Solanke when he come. What was one of the things I said to you? At least we're getting someone who don't get injured. And bloody hell, maybe it was my kiss of death that did it. You know, he spends more time out than he does in. So, yeah. But look, at the end of the day, whoever you get, you're going to be taking a chance because then someone could get a freak injury, or you can't really think like that, I suppose. You just got to hope that they come in and stay fit.
Yeah, big up NY Spurs, big up Richard Davis, the lovely Spurs GCTV YouTube members in the house. Stomach This is here. It said with Tell, it could be productive. If we can get it for maximum 30 mil, won't be too bad. Any more than that's too much. Well, they want 60 million euros, so I think we're pushing it at 30, but we'll see. Evening, Kate and Jimbo. Really loving the live shows. Probably the best on YouTube. Sorry, Sean. Too much waffle. Thank you, Phil Adams. Yeah, Sean is a waffler, but we love him dearly. MJ says, for sure, we need a refresh up front. I've replaced Richarlison this summer and replaced Solanke next summer. I think, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think I'd do it the other way around. I think I'd replace Solanke this summer.
I think if Solanke is not injured, right, I think they will sell him first. And the reason being because Richie's got 1 year left and I think they let him run his contract down. But we'll see. We'll see. We have to trust De Zerbi to do the right thing.
Of course we do. Of course we do. Just interesting. Lots of different reports coming out all at once. Morning to you, Aussie Spur. Good to see you. I hope you enjoyed your cornflakes this morning. NY Spurs said we'd rather have Nicholas Jackson from Chelsea. Now, there's a few people that rate him. Billy T's one. Jonathan Hamay from Talking Tottenham, he's one. I'm not sure if I rate Nicholas Jackson that much. I'm not sure who I'd rather have.
I rate him to score against us.
Yeah. I'm not sure
to be fair, when I watch Jackson, he's never got my hackles up and me thinking, oh my God, I'd love to have him at Spurs. I have to be honest.
Yeah. Big up, I hate Marmite. MJ says Balogun's goal record a couple of seasons before last suffered because of injury. All strikers need a run of games and rhythm, or it's a struggle to find form and confidence. Yep, he would be considered homegrown. Now that's going to be a massive tick in the box because obviously he came from Arsenal's academy, so he would be a homegrown player as well. Gakpo on the left, Balogun up front, and Kudus on the right. Buying Dye for left wing, right wing rotation. I like it, Alex. I like the way you're thinking. Darren says Solanke let the Spurs in this get the hold of him. Yeah, heck. Lee J says Kate and Jimbo, would you take 2 strikers over 2 wingers so we get 2 strikers and 1 winger? Ooh,
so that's
depends
one
who they are.
Yeah, 1 extra plus we've got Tell. I think I would take that. But what 2 strikers? But look, at the end of the day, going forward, we're going to need the extra wingers. Are going to need 2 strikers. You can't just go into a season with 1 striker. And look, I'm not saying this season because it's a new project and they're going to be spending. They've spent $250,000. They're going to spend at least, I would say, another 150, 200.
Yeah.
So you got to do it over a couple, 2 or 3 windows.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get a striker in this window, and then maybe next summer another striker. So there's competition for places. You can't just have 1 striker, especially if we get into Europe. You're going to need 2.
Yeah, but at the minute we're not in Europe, so do we need 2 right this second? But,
well, it would be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, it would, but the market's horrendously bad. I mean, we're struggling around trying to get 1, let alone 2.
Yeah. It won't happen 2 this window.
And look, Lukaku's in talks with Galatasaray. I mean, if he goes there, he knows he's going to be sat on the bench, doesn't he? Let's be fair.
Maybe that's because Osman's coming to us.
No, I don't think it is. Where is the Solanke that was at Bournemouth? I don't know. I wish we could find him. Jackson on the wing would be good for us. Yeah, this whole Spence thing. We'll go into that in a bit. I won't forget. We'll go back into that. The way the club are selling players under the going rate makes me think they're going all in on a quality striker imminently. Well,
look, at the end of the day, Kate. At the end of the day, with us selling these players cheap, right? There's so many ways to look at it. One is if you can't get the money for them and you don't want them at the club, right? You've got to sell them cheap, right? All it is, it's going to be a lesson learned, right? Now, if you're buying upgrades on these players, if it comes to you're going to sell them, you'll get a lot better money back for them, right? Yeah. Some of the players we're selling are not great, like Solomon. Jed seems to have his problems, doesn't he, with the managers, manager after manager. So if we get 30 million for him, it's not terrible. Romero, he's a headache, so they're letting him go cheap. But at least it's clearing the decks and it's lessons learned by the board not to fall in that trap again. And if you're buying upgraded players, if it comes a time when one wants to go, and then you're going to get better money for them because they're better players. So we got a lot of dross at the minute, Kate.
We have,
and I don't mean that disrespectful, but we have. We got a lot of players that are not going to fit into the Zerbi's system, that are not good enough to play at Spurs, and they need to get them out the door. So it's better to get them out cheap than keep hold of them and keep paying them wages.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Absolutely. Apparently, there's been there's a few journalists are saying that the Balogun links aren't true. They're saying content's got a content, Shawnee. Content's got a content. We'll see. Alex Minchin is living on my wavelength, saying Gibbs White changes everything for me. I'd hold out reluctantly for a tier 1 striker if we got him. There's absolutely no talk of Morgan Gibbs White going anywhere, is there? There's nothing. There's not even a whisper. No. So every day. No, nothing. I've been keeping taps, but nothing. Big up Luke and Dan says, big up Kate and Jim, much love. IT Kate, at least you know what a pigeon sounds like. So glad it's you bringing us some news. Thank you, Dan. Good to see you. Big up Andy Bays with the super sticker. Very much appreciated. Big up Trevello. Scott Amos says Jimbo talks so much sense every time I see him on live.
Thank you, Scott.
Did you misspell Kate there and put Jimbo by mistake? Just asking for a friend. True Jim, that's why we had a double 17. Should sell Bergvall to 60 mil. I'm still on that train. We should sell Bergvall 100%. I think you are, aren't you, Jim?
Yeah, I saw someone. Who was it? I was watching a stream this afternoon. I can't remember who it was. Who was it? I can't remember. But they said that it looks like he's staying, and they were pleased he was staying. And I was thinking to myself, if you got you got 55 million for Bergvall, that goes a long way towards a top striker. You know, you're talking half the money, and I'm just not convinced by Bergvall. I mean, I know that Johnny likes him, Billy T likes him, you know, and I respect both of their opinions. So maybe they're seeing something that I don't see, but I don't know what it is. I just don't see it in him, Kate. You know, and is he going to get is he going to get a lot of game time this season coming? Is he? I don't think he is. We got one game a week and 2 cups to play for. You know, he'll get some cup games, I would imagine. But if we want to go out to get Champions League football, he's not going to be first on the team sheet. So it seems to me, I would have thought they would have better off selling him and maybe putting a buyback clause in there and getting the money in. And if he does turn out to be a real baller, at least we get an option of buying him back.
Yeah. Big up Paul G, YouTube member. Good to see you. Brad says, I just did a chat GPT and a 5-year contract for Osherman is 52 million a year, paying what he wants, including tax. Tonali costs us 30 mil a year on a 3-year contract. It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, that's just talking telephone numbers money. It's absolutely crazy. Spurs 6659. Go on.
Sorry, just before you read that one, Kate, what contract's Tonali on?
He's on 250 grand a week, isn't he?
Yeah, but how many years is he signed for?
I don't know. I can't remember. I thought it was 5, but let me see what.
Yeah, I got confused by that one because he said 3 years.
No, 6 years.
Oh, right.
6-year contract, expected to earn upwards of £275,000 per week. Wow, ain't bad, is it? If I come back, I want to come back as a good footballer. Spurs says 6659, big up YouTube member, says if I remember correctly, we have too many players, so we need to get rid of some, but I'd rather sell Udogie and keep Spence. I agree. I think Jimbo does.
Yeah. Well, look, I agree to a certain extent. Well, what I don't agree with is for some reason something's not right there. Right, I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it's he doesn't want to stay, or if De Zerbi thinks that he won't fit in with his system. And as someone said on the stream earlier on Shawnee's stream, James Flower said it. He was 100% right. If he doesn't want to stay, why would you keep him? You don't want players at Tottenham Hotspur, right, that don't want to be here. You just don't want them. This is why I want a Savinho, because not only do I think that he can help take us to the next level, but he wants to play for Tottenham. Gakpo, he wants to play for Tottenham. So bring them in. You know, they're good players that can become better players under De Zerbi, but they want to be here. You want players that want to be here. You don't want players that don't want to be here.
I think the big stumbling blocks with Gakpo and Savinho is going to be the fee, because Liverpool don't want to sell Gakpo, but Gakpo has said he wants to go and is bought into De Zerbi's project. And if Liverpool get Barcola, I mean, I was watching Hassam and he was saying 80-something million that they want for Gakpo, which is ridiculous money. Ridiculous.
Look, you're going to pay. We're going to pay, right? Tottenham are going to pay a premium at the minute, right? Because we're in a position where we need to bring players in, and the other clubs know that. So you're going to pay over the top. It's just the way it's going to be this season, and we got to swallow that. And I think this is one of the reasons that they're letting players out go, even going cheap, because they want to bring the money in. But as time goes on, Kate, it'll start evening itself out, and then players will want to come here, and we won't be in a position where we need the players, right? The better we build the squad, the easier it'll be to buy players, because they'll want to come. You're not going to be in a position where you need them players to come in. Like, it's a bit like City are at the minute. They don't need to sell anyone, right? And they don't. They need to buy some players, but they're not under massive pressure. Where we are under pressure to buy players because we got to build the squad. So, but it will even itself out over time.
I have
What was that one
starred.
about Bergville?
I have starred a couple of comments I'm going to come back to.
All right.
Jimbo, I'm with you on Bergvale. Bergvale plus 25 mil for Morgan Gibbs White.
Would be
I'd
lovely.
give him Bergvale, and I'd pay 50 mil plus Bergvale for Morgan Gibbs White. I rate him that highly. Shem says, do we even know what a good striker is? We sold Kane and bought in Richie and Solanke for more than we sold Kane. I know, it's craziness. With the injuries, maybe Bergvale will be in the 10 and right wing, though. I don't want to be a team where we're still putting square pegs in round holes.
That's
We've always
exactly
done
right.
that. I'm sick to
Yeah.
death of doing it. I thought things were changing. I don't want that.
You know, I've seen people saying what's his name? Gray's going to be used as the second right back. Gray come out and said he doesn't want to play right back. So it's to me it doesn't make sense to do that.
Yeah.
If you can have a player like Gray, right? He's a young kid. You want to play him in the position that he's best at.
Yeah, you're right. Dan says, I'd like us to test this Osherman not going anywhere and bid like 100 mil. Well, they've said, I don't care if someone comes in for 140, it's not going. Or going off for 100 mil for Morgan Gibbs White, overpaying maybe, but you've got to judge a player on what it means to the club. This is what I said about Tonali when everyone was going, you've overpaid. For me, we haven't, because he's worth 100 million to us.
To us, he is.
Yeah,
it might not be worth that to Arsenal. It might not be
Exactly.
worth that to City, but to Spurs, he's worth 100 million. Fernandes to us is worth 85 million. You know,
Yeah.
because we haven't got them type of players in the team, so we have to
Yeah.
pay for them. But to us, it's worth it because we're starting to build our squad now.
Yeah. Random number says, I think it was James Flower who said earlier about the fans holding high opinions of their own players. I sort of agree. There's no room for sentiment. We need a good clear out and no emotion. Yeah, football's all about emotion, though, isn't it? It's tough. We'd make most of the money back if we got Morgan Gibbs White in shirt sales. Bloody hell, we would if we got Osherman. Can you imagine? Every single bloody person would want Osherman on the back of their shirt. It would be absolutely bananas. Bergvale is our Curtis Jones. He will be homegrown, academy trained next season. Versatile squad player. I'd keep him unless someone pays insane money. Or unless we can get him part of a deal to improve, like Morgan Gibbs White. I'm so behind on the chat. I'm used to just bringing up every single comment, so I'm going to have to skip over some. Sorry, guys. Osherman's on 309 grand a week, roughly 247,000 a week after tax. How could we afford it with UK tax? Yeah, it would have to be a humongous upfront signing on for a coach. You're absolutely right. Kaz says versatile wingers probably more pressing at the moment. Gakpo, for instance, can help out in the middle, so can tell. We are one injury away of Spence playing as a right wing again, and Kudos hasn't even played. And not only that, Spence might be out the door, which to me is, I mean, it's making more problems for ourselves. Big up to you, Anthony, Tottenham Lens. Go on, Jim.
Yeah, well, you say that, Kay. It might be saving problems because if it's not working, right, we don't know what's happening at Spurs with him and De Zerbi. It just might not be working, and it might be a problem to get out the door.
Yeah. Would you take Balogun, Savinio, Gakpo, and Nico Williams? Bloody hell, I'd be over the moon with them for. Would you, Jimbo? Balogun?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd whip your arm off if you want to know the truth. Big up Destiny 5, White Hart Wayne, I saw you as well. Big up to you. Spence surely worth more than 30 million, but we've overloaded. Yeah, we'll go into that in a minute. Typical Spurs talk. Apparently, we're always under pressure to do this or that. We've got players, we've got money. That's a position of strength, not desperation. There's some truth in that. There's some truth in that. Random says the problem with player swaps or transferring players between clubs within 45 days doesn't count towards SCR. I'm not sure we would care, but it wouldn't be structured as a swap. Okay. Agree, Kate. We should have players for the positions, but Gray at right back isn't an issue as it's only cover for Porro. Big up Capone or Capone. Would you swap Solanke for Alex Scott? Look, I like Alex Scott, but they're completely different positions. So I'd like to just bring in Alex Scott and get rid of Solanke if you want to know the truth.
So, yeah, we would.
Yeah, I'd swap Solanke for a packet of Walker's crisps at the minute if you want to know the truth. Alistair Gold says we hold no interest in Balogun. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just bringing you the news. And there's 6 media outlets that are reporting it. So I thought, go on, we'll do a live. Big up Roy Park says, let's hope we're all overreacting. There's a surprise to cheer us all up for the close of the window. Let's hope it's one we'd never even thought of. Tottenham Lens, I heard it would be around 500 grand a week to give Osherman the equivalent to what he's earning now in Turkey. We're in a position of strength to buy, but maybe desperation to sell.
But the thing is, Paul, sorry,
Yeah.
the thing is, Paul, if you've not got people queuing up for your players to buy them, which we haven't, I think if they put, what's his name? Jed Spence in the shop window, I think you will get some offers, but I don't know if maybe they don't want to sell him to the Premier League, a Premier League team. But if you've not got them queuing up, you just got to really get them out the door. And if you have to lose a few quid here and there, you know, it's the way it is. So I just think get rid of them while you can if they're not going to fit into the team and you don't want to be overloaded. We don't want to be like Chelsea. They got something like 47 players that they've got to keep happy. I mean, you got to think you got to think of wages as well. You're paying all these people wages, and if they're not using them, it's just a waste.
Big up to Jason Stops telling everyone to smash a like. Please do if you haven't already. Seeing new doggy on X and his new Lamborghini is a bit of a kick when he's hardly ever fit and available for a good run of games. Yeah. That don't sit well with me, things like that, but hey. Big up to you, Frosty Ghost. Good to see ya. Alistair Gold, boo. Boo for boo's sake. Paul says, I agree, Jimbo. It's a bloated squad. We've done okay business getting them out, but some may be more desperate as the window goes on.
Yeah.
What makes me laugh is going to Jed Spence quickly, because I know a couple of people have mentioned him. I've just got a pop-up on my phone to say that Flex has said that Manchester United should go in and 100% buy Jed Spence for 30 mil. If Man United come in for Jed Spence, let me tell you, the price tag is not going to be 30 mil.
No,
it's 30 million because he's going to Inter Milan. If a Premier League club, you're looking at least 45, 50. He's an England international, for God's sake, and English tax. I mean, for me, Jimbo, we've got so much to do anyway. It must be that Jed wants to go for this to be considered at this stage in the window. Yeah,
100%. It's either that or De Zerbi doesn't think he's going to fit into his plans. So it's got to be one or the other or both, you know. But I mean, I said it earlier. He never looks happy to me, Jed. He doesn't. When he plays for England, he doesn't look happy. When he plays for us, he doesn't look happy. So, you know, maybe he don't really like football. It's just the way he earns his living. You know, some players are like that. But look, there's a reason he's going. I don't know if it'll ever come out. I suppose it will sooner or later. But there's a reason that he's been put in the shop window, and we just have to trust that it's the right decision. It's no good keeping him, Kate, if he doesn't want to be here.
Correct. Big up to Luton Dan and also Deacon as well for the jewels. Cha-ching, cha-ching. With the little cat jamming. Inter wants Spence. Why don't we do a swap Thuram? Marcus Thuram plays as a striker for Inter Milan. I'm not sure. He's 29 years old. I'm not sure whether they are looking to send him on. Is it someone we could realistically get? 18 goals in 44 games last season for Inter, which ain't a bad return at all. I don't know that much about him, and I've not seen anyone link us particularly to him. So I'll be interested to, what you guys think, or whether any of you can tell me, is it someone that Inter would be prepared to sort of get rid of? Because I've no idea. But yeah, Jed, I was thinking Asura Koto literally didn't like football at all. He only did it as a living. He didn't ever enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I've heard other footballers say it, Kate.
Yeah. Well, several media outlets, 6, 7, have said that Tottenham are stepping up their interest in Balogun. Articles from international newspapers, Yahoo Sports, various different ones. So Alistair Gold apparently has put water on the fire and said there's no truth in it. But it could be they're keeping it under wraps. I don't know. The only thing I'd say is the good side. He's only 25. He's already demonstrated he can score consistently at League One. His Monaco career now stands at 24 League One goals and 9 assists in 72 appearances. But it's whether he can produce those numbers in the Premier League. He's also had the difficulty with his injuries, especially in the 24-25 campaign. So Tottenham would need to be comfortable with his fitness record. And you would have to look about paying a premium just because he's an ex-Arsenal academy player. You're going to pay that little bit extra because Arsenal have got a signing on fee. I think he's a good choice. I don't think he's a huge needle mover, but he is definitely better than what we've got. It's just the price again with this inflated market. What are they going to want? It's I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what goes on there. Big up Luton Dan says, let's get a train going. Kate and Jim, choo choo. Thank you very much indeed. Super chat, much appreciated.
Cheers, Dan.
One of the very first people that ever come into the room when I was just a girl who loves Spurs. So yeah, big up to you, Dan. I don't think Spencer and Romero are being sold cheap because their abilities, their characters that don't fit the team. Well, there is that as well, of course, because every single manager has had some sort of issue with Spence and Romero. I mean, his actual disciplinary record and everything seemed to calm down under Ange, but they've not got a great character for the dressing room, in my opinion. Looking from the outside in, that's how it looks, but we don't know for sure. And I also think the fact they're going abroad, because obviously teams in Europe always claim that they're skint, and yet they expect us to buy their players at ridiculous prices because we're in the Premier League. It's crazy. They reckon David Batty never liked football. Thuram's okay, but Inter will keep him. Yeah, it's pronounced Marcus Thuram with a silent H. Thank you. I didn't have a clue. Balogun is homegrown. Yep. Did say that earlier. That's going to add a premium to his price. You can guarantee it. What was you going to say there, Jimbo?
No, I was going to say he's homegrown, which is helpful as well.
Yeah. Yeah, of course it is. Big up Boogie Doctor. I was hoping for a wag bomber. I tell you what, these wags ain't daft. They know I know. They know I'm watching. They're being very careful. I see lots of posts, but none of them are tagging locations of where they are. So they've probably been told off by their husbands for putting too much on social media. Random says, Balogun don't make much sense unless Richie or Solanke's going, and it don't look like we can get rid of them. I remember the days of 4 strikers. Times are changing. He was wrong about Maddard. Yeah, he was. Gold said Maddard was injured, so I don't know. We will see. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Jim, I'm going to let you answer this one because it's feeding a lot of the fan base has started to panic that our forward line is going to end up just being panic buyers. But you're quite calm about it, I
No,
believe.
I'm very calm about it. I am very, very confident that our front line won't be the front line we've got now. That it'll be changed over the next week, 2 weeks. I still think we're going to get one in this week. I can't see. I just can't keep repeating it, but I cannot see how they've spent $250 million to neglect the front. It just doesn't make sense to me. You know, it's like buying £1 million house and putting two bob furniture in it. You know, it just doesn't make sense that they would make us a solid midfield and just leave us with the front line. Look, at the end of the day, De Zerbi is a very, very clever man. Right? His football brain is unbelievable. Do you really think that he sits there and looks at Solanke and Richarlison and thinks this is the way forward? These guys are going to take us to the next level. No, he doesn't. He knows they're not taking us to the next level. So they need to get the players in to take us to the next level. And it's not them.
I mean, I've got to be honest and say we don't know. I mean, Richard Healy-Coffey's just said Balogun should have scored 3 but missed every chance when we played Monaco in the Champions League. He's worse than both our strikers. We don't know whether the Tottenham PR people are putting out all these names as a smokescreen because they're working on something else. We can only go by what's reported. So, yeah, I mean,
Look, I can't argue with that because I don't know enough about the guy. I've only seen him on his highlight reels. And, you know, on the highlight reels, they always do the best of them. But you can see that the guy does know where the net is. But as a consistent over a full season, I haven't got a clue, you know, how good this guy is.
Yeah. Let me send 5 memberships out. There we go. Because we've got a nice audience in tonight. So we've sent out 5 Kate and Jimbo memberships, and they've gone to Taz, they've gone to Scott Amos, they've gone to Mr. Bertie P, they've gone to It's LB. Big up LB. I see you lurking, you little rascal. And they've also gone to my beautiful friend on Twitter, Joanne the Genius. So big up, guys. Enjoy the memberships. Obviously, there will be member shows. If you
I was watching you earlier,
LB.
on.
Yeah, was watching you on Dan Potts' show with that fraud Wolfie and Manny. So, but I see you, LB, lurking away. And Dye from Everton would be a good buy. It'd be a really good buy. Scott Amos said maybe it's a smokescreen for Osherman. Can you imagine? In fact, I don't even think I could imagine if you want to know the truth.
I'd love to know LB's what he thinks about Savinho Mamouche leaving.
Yeah, LB, if you're still here, he might just be lurking. Let us know. I mean, I personally don't think he'll really be that worried about either going, but would be interesting to see. I just wonder if they're leaving it late, so they're going to announce 3 players, including the bomber. I hope so. A bird in the 3 in the hand is worth 1 in the bush, or whatever the saying is. I don't know if there is one with 3, but I've just made that one up. You're welcome, Scott. If you watch the World Cup, you'd know there's a great talent with Balogun from the goals he scored. Yeah, he did. He didn't do himself any problem at the World Cup.
You get so many different views of different people, you know.
Exactly.
And as I said, I only can tell you what I've seen on the highlight reels. But it looks like he knows where the net is.
You've only got to talk about Savinho and see how divided the fan base is. You've got half that really want him and half that really don't want him. It's crazy. Big up Marzi, sent us 10 joules. Big up to you. Thank you very much. If we have 60 mil for Balogun, why not try for Osherman? Yeah. I mean, spot on Jim about Balogun. There have been more rumours come out that Tottenham are still trying to convince Kane to come back. I don't know how true it is. It's only hearsay. But apparently they are trying to pull out the stops and get a certain Mr. Harry Kane back. But they'll probably end up with a bozo like us. Here he is. King of the bozos. Shawnee's here.
Fuck off.
was only here 2 minutes and he rage quit the stream. Can you believe it? I've got to clip that up. Big up, Jessica. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're well. Lovely Erwin. Hi, Kate and Jim and everyone in the chat. Is there any way you think we can get Marmouche? There were rumours circulating tonight, but here he is, our favourite donuts back in the house. You're right, Shawnee.
Better.
I have to admit, Kate, I've got to stick up for Sean. He comes on our stream as a guest, and the first thing you say is you slate him.
If I went, oh, hi, Shawnee, it's so nice to see you, he'd be like, what? What's wrong? Why are you being nice? So, there, see? I don't want to make him suspicious.
The in which you can welcome me in where I just don't react is very, very sort of thin, all right? Just like my patience, because you're winding me up.
There was something circulating earlier about Marmouche because it was on Shawnee's show. Something come up. I can't remember what it was, and I don't think it was very reliable either way.
You need to get yourself on the old Oxford Natural, mate. That's what you need to get yourself on. Then,
I can't remember what it was. Too much has happened since then. Do you remember, Sean?
Yeah, it was James from Fishing World that was talking about Omar Marmouche being part of today's link cycle. You know, a load of absolute bollocks from the man. But it is what it is, you know.
What do you make of these Balogun rumours, Shawnee? Do you think there's any truth to it at all?
First of all, it doesn't matter because it doesn't stop you putting out some content, does it? Content's got to content. I love the fact that you guys are straight on it, by the way. Congratulations.
Yeah. On it like a car bonnet. That's us.
Wax on, wax off. You have learned, little grasshopper.
I have. Sean's been teaching us. Content's got a content, people.
Don't matter if it's true. You got to be first. Don't matter about the truth. Just get it out there, you know.
Exactly.
Second of all, Balogun is someone. I don't really know how to pigeonhole him because he's a bit of a weird sort of striker to me. He's not a monster in the box. He's not a poacher. He's very talented, but I wouldn't say he's a shoulder striker either, like on the shoulder. He's not one of those types. I think he's just like a clever all-rounder, a bit like a Freddie Flintoff. But I personally don't know if it's the way I would want to go. But I'll take him because right now it's better than what we have. But it's better than what we have, the baseline for being okay. I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns about him. You know, French football. By the way, the links are from L'Equipe and Santi JM. And those lot are just mouthpieces for French teams like Monaco and PSG specifically. So,
and they're throwing around a 60 million euro price tag as well, which is a lot of money.
Well, it is a lot of money, but it's not really a lot of money, is it? 50 million quid, like in this market, it's kind of like, I don't know. Listen, if we sign Folarin Balogun tomorrow, what I can tell you is I definitely think he was not on our shortlist in March when De Zerbi came along. So maybe that's some sort of ownership, some sort of like acknowledgement, admission, that the market's tougher. And like we were saying earlier on, boys and girls, that it's not just a Tottenham thing. Everyone is like scared to sell before they buy. So
yeah,
I don't know, but yeah,
the
I'll get on board
Sean,
it. But I'm whelmed. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not underwhelmed.
Just whelmed.
I'm appropriately whelmed with it. I don't. It's not like you know.
The thing is, the way I look at it is, right, we need to get a number 9 in, right? We need to get some wingers in. Maybe this is the window where we don't go massively big because we can't, right? Not that we can't afford it, because then players are not ready to come out of the clubs that they're in. So we've got to take that one rung lower, right, and get somebody in and do a good job. And then going forward, we can upgrade then. But they've got to do something with the front line. So they can't just say, well, we can't get Osherman, we can't get Kane, so we won't bother. So they've got to go to the next step down, to strengthen it. So maybe that's what's going to happen. And in next season, next summer, we bring in an upgrade on him.
Yeah,
maybe. I mean, big up Jessica, by the way, for the jamming jewels. Lots of people sending the jamming emoji tonight, which I like. I think he's an upgrade on what we've got, but what we've got is really bad. So that's not really a massive, yardstick
By
or
the way,
whatever.
I turned off those jewels thing
Why?
because
I know.
they like the amount of time you end up spending going. Oh, thank you for your like half of a halfpenny. It just doesn't. It just like I remember that when we did our. I think who was on the show with me yesterday? It was Johnny. Right, we did a multi stream, and there must have been like 100 people that were dropping jewels, and some of them were like generous jewels of like 1,000, and other people were doing like 100 and 200. And I was like, oh, but hell, like, if that must add up to something. I looked at the analytics afterwards; it added up to like £8.50, and we spent about 25 minutes saying thank you to everyone for these like 1 jewels here, 3 jewels there, and it was all like I'm very grateful. But it kind of pulls away from the show a little bit if it does. I was just like, appreciate the jewels for everyone, but I'm turning them off because it's.
Well, I'm not turning them off because I'm shameless, and I'll say thank you 25 times for £8.50. There's not a lot I won't do for £8.50, as Jim will quite attest to.
Yeah.
But Luton Dan says, surely, what do you think of Ndiaye from Everton? What do the stats say?
The stats say that he's a fucking nobody compared to my man Matisse Tell. That's what the fucking stats say, people. No, he's a good player. He's a good player. Very good player. I'd love Iliman Ndiaye. I would, and I like the fact that he turned down Saudi Arabia. It tells you that he cares about his career, not just about the cashish.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
all about that.
I can assure you this is not a 24-hour stream. This was a lastminute.com jump on and have a little chinwag stream. Scott Amos says the 3 best YouTubers right there. Thank you very much.
Oh.
In what order?
1, 2, 3.
Just before you message me, I was about to buy a bike because I've decided I'm cycling across America, and I'm going to start by cycling John O'Groats to Land's End in the UK. I'm so unfit, and I feel like the content's got a content, but it wouldn't be like, oh, look, Butler's doing something really great for charity. Let's support and let's catch the scenic route of Cardiff or whatever, Wales or the fucking Cumbrian mountains. No, it's going to be me going, I can't do this, guys. I can't do this. I'm only 800 metres from the start. I'm not even off the beach yet. I'm not even off the beach.
Are you going to buy an electric bike?
Don't worry about that. Don't give away the secrets. No, I'm not.
Yeah. You're not going to buy an electric bike?
No, if you got to do it, you got to do it. I feel like you need something in your life every now and again. You need something brutal to keep you grounded, Because I feel like if I just do this bollocks routine every day for the next 10 years, I'll be dead before I'm 45. So
if you cycle all over America and England, you'll be dead before you're 44.
Why?
Because my friend was as fit as a fiddle. In fact, he wasn't. He wasn't super fit, but one day he just went, right, I'm going to start cycling, and just went bang into it. He had a heart attack a year later and was dead.
Well, correlation and causation. I don't know.
I know 2 people that were cyclists that have died of heart attacks.
Surely you've got to be careful. Just stick with the magnums and the streaming.
That's like saying I once watched a YouTube video and saw a shark that ate a surfer. There's millions of cyclists. I hate cyclists, by the way. Can't stand them. They wind me up. But I'll get on board it for a little bit of lycra, a little bit of yellow jersey stuff. But I don't think that you can make the assumption that all cyclists are at an increased risk of heart attack. The increased risk of heart attack is me sitting in Elton John's chair drinking magnums and ciders all day, every day for the next 4 years. I think that's going to end up with me in a box.
Yeah, that's true. I'll give you that one.
So, if we see you in lycra, my life will be complete. I'm just going to put that out there right now. Surely in lycra, Bugsy running alongside the bike. It's what dreams are made of. That is content.
Well, you said, am I going to get an electric bike? I might just get Bugsy with some reins. I'll just dangle like a 12-foot like fishing rod with a tennis ball on the end of it. Come on, Bugs, chase that! Chase that! It's all uphill now, Bugsy. Come on now.
Oh dear. Tottenham Bill says, as an American, I'm ecstatic about this move, even if he's not asked to step up in the Premier League. The thought of him playing well in the early or mid rounds of the FA and Carabao Cups is amazing.
Well, that's the fucking problem. Hang about, Tottenham Bill Sabres, Sabe, whatever your name is. If you're sitting there as an American saying if he's asked to do a little bit of FA Cup and Carabao Cup early round stuff, that's a problem, bro. We need someone to step up against United and against Arsenal. We don't need someone to step up against Charlton Athletic. What are we doing here?
Yeah. Yeah, that is the thing, isn't it? There's not a huge, I don't think, a huge step up from what we've got to go into Balogun.
Look, so someone just said in the chat, said to me, "Do you mean like what City done?" That's exactly what I mean. You know, they built their basic squad, and then they've added to it, and it took them a few seasons, but look what they become. And that's what we need to do. We need to build a good squad, and then keep every window 1 or 2 top players. And you know, before you know it, we'll be fighting for everything. It just it's not going to be done in one window, and everybody wants it to be done in one window, but it's not going to happen. You know, so we need to get a striker in, get Davino in, Gappo, and then see what happens from there moving forward.
Yeah.
We need to get the basis of a very good team.
In alphabetical order, that puts Jimbo at 1, me at 2, and Shawnee at 3. Okay, now Jimbo don't even know how to start a stream. He can't possibly be a number 1. I don't need
YouTuber. To. You do it. That means I'm smart.
And that's why he's number 1.
Yeah, that's true. Marzi said you would have got that bike quicker, Shawnee, if you kept the jewels on.
I just don't think the jewels. I feel like you lot are paying like if you buy 1,000 jewels and it costs you like a tenner, then
is that how much it costs?
Well, I don't know, but apparently it's like 1,000 jewels gets converted and then you get half of it, right? So 1,000 jewels should be a £5 or something, right? Apparently. But the only reason I turned it off is because I don't feel like it's value for money for you lot, because it doesn't translate that way to us. It doesn't. When I was on Rabbit Hole the other day, we must have had like 12,000 jewels, because everyone knows that it's demonetized and everyone supports the show by like throwing in jewels here and there. And we were there for 3 hours. We must have had like 15,000 jewels. And I was so grateful. And I ended the stream, and the total money that it made was like £4.92. I was like, the fuck? There's something up with those jewels thing. There's something up with that. I think it's just a YouTube. Like I think something's going on. So
well, to be fair, everyone got given 1,000 jewels, so YouTube would not be doing that if they were worth really anything, would they? Because
everyone got. I didn't get 1,000 jewels. Have I got jewels to spend?
Yeah. Well, if you go on someone's stream as a chatter, you will have 1,000 jewels to spend.
Why are you saying it if I don't do that?
Because you do, but not that often. You're normally doing the hub or whatever else, walking the dog or.
I'm in people's
chat. Bikes.
He was in here yesterday.
What? So every account, every single I could set up an account, and then maybe that's what it is. Maybe like those 1,000 jewels don't actually count towards because otherwise you could just set up limitless accounts, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. Oh, fuck it. I'll turn it back on then. I'll turn it back on. Just if you're gonna fucking donate fucking jewels to people, and you want people to say thank you very much, make sure they're not your free jewels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make sure they're paid jewels.
That's true. If you had your Lycra on for your bike ride, you could have Magnum as your sponsor.
Dude, I've been watching content all day about these guys that like cycle across America from like LA to New York or any particular route. And I watch it and it's so picturesque, it's so lovely. But obviously I'm sitting there just enjoying their struggle. But they don't really. There you go. You got a couple. There you go. The jewels are coming in now.
They're coming in.
Your free jewels. They better be free jewels. Fucking winding me up, you lot. Winding me up.
Oh dear. Tony says, I agree with Jimbo. We're in the first months of a total rebuild. Good defence, good midfield, get an okay attack, and we crack on. De Zerbi can win the league with Spurs, but not this season. Don't be rude, Sean, with the finger. Kate is a lady. I am.
I wasn't fingering you. Pause.
Oh.
Sorry, Jimbo, I didn't mean that. I was thinking whoever it was who said that Jimbo was number 1, you're number 2, and I'm number 3. That's who I was giving the finger to. No one else. No one else.
Oh, I was going to say if you were, I didn't feel a thing. But big up Graham with the 1,000 joules and Luton Dad as well with the 800 joules. I might get me some magnums with all these joules.
Have you ever drunk a Magnum before, Kate?
No, I have not.
Ah,
like-
mate. Listen, you two have got a healthy, enjoyable private life, I'd imagine.
We do.
Couple of them, Jimbo. I know you don't drink so much anymore, mate, but 1 or 2 of them, and the same with you, Kate. You'll be wolf whistling all the way down. You'll be waddling down the fucking street the next day like a penguin, both of you.
It looks like little bowls of Benylin.
And they taste like it as well.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they don't appeal to me. I've got to be honest. They look
I'm
disgusting.
saying, you never know. It's like Dr. Pepper. You don't know unless you try it.
I don't like that either. So
But you tried it.
I did try it.
Yeah, you haven't tried a Magnum.
No.
You know?
Well, my theory is don't knock anything till you try it. You're only here once. That's what I always say.
Pop and heroin. Probably steer clear of that one.
Well, yeah. Cristiano Ronaldo has just announced he's got married. There we go. With
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano.
Never ignore the O. Right? What are we doing here?
It's like when people call him
Honour the O.
Robert De Zerbi. That drives me mad. Now look, Boogie.
When people say that I'm bald, I'm not bald. I'm balding. Okay, honour the ding. Honour the ding. Okay, I'm not gone yet. Crying out loud. You know, rules are rules.
We'll call you Claire from now on. Claire Balding. Boogie Doctor says they're vile. Tried one last weekend. I like the magnums that the ice creams. I like them. But yeah. Danny Kiriaki didn't get jewels, so maybe they didn't give it to everyone. But I definitely got them, and so did Jimbo, and so did loads of people. I think
that's because you guys offer you donate super chats to people because you're generous, right? Danny doesn't, because Danny's that sort of guy.
Oh, he does.
He super chatted us.
Oh, was he? Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Just me then. Just me that's missed out. Hey, Danny. Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, Shawnee's Claire Balding. That's it. That's the new thing. And there, look, as we said it, Giant put 10 jewels in. It's weird. Some people got them, some didn't. I don't understand. Yeah. I don't really understand what they are, what they do, but I take it gratefully, whatever they are. And they make me laugh, the little pictures. So it doesn't take a lot to amuse me. I've got to be honest. But yeah. Jed Spence, I was saying, TalkSport, Flex is one of the Man United fans that hosts TalkSport, has come out and said that Manchester United will be crazy if they don't go and get Jed Spence for 30 million. Surely, if we were going to sell Jed Spence to Manchester United, it ain't going to be for 30 million.
No, it's mental money. It's mental money, which leads me to the question of, and apparently, like Johnny tells me that Jed Spence doesn't want to leave, that he's happy at Tottenham. His mum is a massive Tottenham fan. You know, like he doesn't want to leave. And then you kind of go, well, if he doesn't want to leave, well, park that for a minute. Like, what's the narrative around why do some players cost so much and some players trade for so little? Is it because players that you want and other clubs don't want to sell, they can charge a premium? Players that you don't want and other players don't necessarily need, you have to accept a deficit. If that's the case, and it makes sense on paper, logically, then you would put Jed Spence into the ballpark of he's a player that we don't want. But is he a player that we don't want because he wants to go? If so, that would make sense. And you kind of go, we'll get out the bad apples. But according to Johnny, Jed Spence doesn't want to leave. He wants to. He's happy, right? So that means what? That means that De Zerbi doesn't want him.
Mm.
Now, yeah. I don't know if Johnny's correct or talking shit or whatever. You know, I've got no idea. But just on that presumption, De Zerbi doesn't want him, and that would be what, the 6th manager that doesn't rate Jed Spence, right? There's 5 Tottenham managers: Conte, Igor Tudor, De Zerbi, Thomas Frank, and Ange.
Postecoglou, yeah.
And then whoever the geezer was that he managed over at Genoa. 6 managers don't want him.
And Forest, he was at Forest as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, Warnock manager. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So-
Warnock didn't want him. But I said earlier before you come on, Sean, there's 100% something not right, you know, with this Jed Spence thing. And I said it's either he wants to leave or De Zerbi. He's not going to fit into De Zerbi's plans. Well, if Johnny's right, which I've got no reason to disbelieve him, then it must be that De Zerbi doesn't fit into his plans. So.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It's a really, really weird one. Big up to everyone sending jewels. They're very much appreciated, even though to this day I've no real clue what they do. And big up Hotspur's been a member for 15 months. I don't know where the time goes. I swear to God, I don't know where the time goes. Shawnee, have you heard of a player? Because we tried to find him and we couldn't find him. Someone asked us in the chat yesterday about a guy called Yilmaz or something, Yilmiz from Galatasaray.
Yeah.
What do you think of him? Is he any good?
He's a battering ram of a left winger. He's like he's a little guy, but he's stocky as hell. When I watched him, because we were linked with him last summer, and I looked into him from his 24-25 season. He's very good at dribbling, but he just sort of runs through people. He's like a, from what I've seen of him, he just looks like a guy that's just like a bit of a bulldozer that comes out the other side of a melee with the ball. Strong, solid, good player at Yilmaz. Yeah, I for me, like, nah, like, no.
Okay,
no.
We tried to find some highlight.
He might be really good, but like from what I've seen, I just see the guy he's just like an aggressive bloke who just runs straight and then just sort of like bundles his way through, and he's got good output, but not for me. I'll be whelmed. I'll be appropriately whelmed with Balogun. I'll be underwhelmed. I'll be decidedly non-whelmed when it comes to Yilmaz for sure.
Is there anyone where you'll be overwhelmed, Sean? That's potentially someone that we could get where you'll go, I'm overwhelmed now.
Yeah, obviously, Jimbo's main target. You know, someone like Osimhen, someone like Kane, he's got his jewels. He's found his jewels. He's found his jewels, as he bless him. Yeah, I'll be overwhelmed if we sign Keenan Yildiz. Yeah, any of the players that we're not going to get. You know,
I mean, Galatasaray have come out and said don't matter if they offer 140 million. Osimhen's not going this window. Absolutely no chance. So.
Yeah, but it's one thing saying that, and it's one thing someone putting an offer in, and it's a lot of money, Kate, and I don't think Galatasaray could turn it down. And if I was Tottenham, if I was in charge of Tottenham, I would test the waters. You know,
yeah, but it's not just it's not just the fee, Jim. It's the wages.
Yeah, look, but you've got to think that if we want to go to the next level, you are going to have to somewhere along the line get an absolute superstar in, right? You're going to have to. It's everywhere. All the big teams have got a superstar, and we're going to need a superstar. So if you want to go to the next level, you're going to have to somewhere along the line get a player like that in.
Yeah,
you know, it's just the way it is, and you're going to pay top dollar if you want to go to that level. But maybe this is the window they don't want to do it because they're spending a lot of money in other places. So maybe that way might have to wait till next summer. And we'll have to take a downgrade on a superstar.
Yeah. Colin says he saw Yilmaz against Wales. He got sent off. He's useless. And Balogun is just another Jonathan David. No thanks. Ooh.
Yeah.
There we go. Disclaimer. Yeah, someone else said he's just another Jonathan David. I think it was Eugene, actually, in the group chat. Jules only work on YouTube mobile app. There we go. Nobody serious is going to Spurs without Champions League football available. Well, I don't particularly agree with that because everyone said Tonali would only go somewhere with Champions League, and if you pay the money, certain players will come. But
if De Zerbi talks to them and he can convince them that this is going to be the only season, we're not going to be in Champions League, that they're going to build a team to get us there next year. That's top 5. I mean, that's sort of what he's done with Tonali. That's what he's done with Fernandes. He's done it with Van Eyck, you know. So he's obviously got his way of convincing players to come. So I don't agree with that either.
Maybe last someone just said they went to bed and us lot were waffling, and they woke up, we're still waffling. I can promise you it's not the same show. Big up A user with the super chat saying we have a never-ending shortlist. We do. Big up Lee as well, Lee Statham. Just signed up for membership, but only as long as you keep singing my song. Yeah, never gonna give you up. I can't sing it as well as Sean. I actually think Shawnee's got quite a nice singing
Never gonna
voice.
let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you.
Actually, I'll take it back.
Never gonna give you up. Okay.
Very good, Shawnee. Very good.
Oh, fucking hell. It's like taking the jam out of my donut. Everything I've done today. Come on your show. You introduced me as like a donut. Then I'll sing a little bit for your audience. You're winding me up.
Big up Steve D. He says hard work paying off, guys. Smashing it.
Right, Steve.
We've got like our own little YouTube coach at the minute, and his name is Bozo Butler. God bless him. He's been very much giving us good advice. Content's got a content, people. Doesn't matter if it's true. It doesn't even matter if it's clickbait. It's just we like to come on and have a chat. Me and Jimbo literally would have sat downstairs and watched Balogun and talked about it. So he was like, let's just jump on stream and have a little chinwag.
Got to be first, mate. Got to be first.
Got to be first. Jonathan David would be a good signing. Oh no, I don't like him. Glennie Hoddle. Gakpo and Mikatadze. I was saying Hassan wants 83 million for Gakpo.
It doesn't matter what Hassan wants, does it? It's not his player.
But he thinks that's what Liverpool would demand, and that's just craziness.
No, they won't.
Hassan said 83 million for Gakpo. He reckons that's what Liverpool will want, a figure around that.
Who's Sam?
Hassan, yeah. Who's Sam?
Yeah. 83 million quid.
Yeah.
He needs to put down the shisha, mate. It's what he needs to do. Fucking donut. 83 million quid for that bozo. What are we doing here?
I know.
He's for free, so, could do a little bit of that. Could be a little bit heightist. Because, people always accuse me of being heightist.
Do they?
I am, yeah.
Oh, fair enough. I'm baldest. I'm just going to put it out there. Big up to Hotspur. Daddy for the jewels. And Glenn Hoddle. Bloody hell, they're coming in thick and fast. The jewels.
5 pence. This is the thing. That's like 5p at best. And you're taking a minute and a half of my time and everyone else's time acknowledging Hoddle here. Big up to you, Glenn Hoddle, for the generosity. Kinda. 5 fucking pence. You can't even get half a chomp bar for that. And yet it's taking up a minute of our time. Fucking get on with the show.
What about Solanke? Do you know
it.
what? Matthew Ball. I'd swap Solanke, Bergvall and Ritchie for Morgan Gibbs-White if it was possible. But there's been nothing, is there, Sean? Not even a whisper of Morgan Gibbs-White leaving.
Yeah, so are you going to acknowledge, are you going to admit that?
I'm going to say my psychic powers are that good. I think I'm 12 months early.
Yeah, and you know what I said to you about that earlier on, didn't you? Last night, I told Jimbo to let you know.
Oh, no, he did tell me.
I forgot the tweet. Morgan Gibbs-White is 100% going to be a Tottenham player. I never said when, and that was July the 15th of 2025. So if he comes now, you can own it, right? But I was still first. If he comes next year and you're trying to claim I'm just a bit early, then I was a little bit earlier than you, Kate.
We'll see. I will be taking all of the glory. Sonny says, is this Butler's younger brother? How much are Juve asking for Yildiz and what's his salary? I've just read a report that Arsenal want him. I don't know how true it is. And I don't know what he's on. But I don't
how many free jewels are given out here? Because Danny's just found the jewels, right? And he's been handing out jewels like this, like they're going out of fashion. He hasn't bought any jewels. He's just handing out the freebies. Now I know why they are a piece of shit. It's because everyone's given about fucking 10,000 jewels to play around with. They're not. When I first turned them on, on the rabbit hole ramblings, and everyone was piling in like this lot, I was like, oh, thank you so much. It means so much because we're demonetized and you guys are supporting the show. I realize they're all sitting at home going, fucking idiot. They're free. They're free. Fucking Turn the jewels off. Turn them off.
I like them. And
Wasting
look,
my time.
Danny Kiriaki sent us a whole corgi, 1,000 jewels. A whole corgi would have appeared in the chat. Bloody hell, he's gone mad. He's got. How many did you get, Danny? For goodness'
That's
sake.
a penny at best. Even if he bought them, that's a penny. That doesn't deserve any time.
Well, he's obviously run out because his last one was 2.
Yeah.
He's run out of jewels. Thank fuck for that.
Morgan Gibbs White has moved house. Unfortunately, it might well still be in Nottingham because they have.
Has he built a house?
Don't know, but they've moved in. But they haven't said where it is. But they're not going to give their address. But they haven't even given any indication of where it is. But the fact they've moved in and there's not been a big hoo-ha about, Morgan Gibbs White's bought a house in London. I think it might.
Well, maybe he's going to. Maybe he is staying there for the next few years.
Yeah, look, Danny's just spent 40 quid on jewels, Shawnee, you bozo.
Did he fuck?
Well, we only got 1,000 free, and he sent us about well over 2,000.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm just logging in. I'm logging into your stream right now. I'm going to see. I've never done jewels before, so I'm going to see how many jewels I get free.
Jules got a jewel. Exactly.
I'm not going to give you. By the way, I'm not going to. If whatever I get, I'm not going to give them to you. I'm going to give them to myself on the next show. So.
Such a fraud. Big up Deacon for the fortune cookie. I appreciate every jewel, whether it be 1, 2, or 20 or 1,000. So thank you to everyone. I'm not like Shawnee. I take them all.
How did you get the jewels though?
There was a little thing, and it said free, like that I had free jewels.
Danny said it was on mobile.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a mobile thing, is it?
Yeah.
Oh fuck that! I can't bother them.
Sonny, Scott, don't not believe in Wagwatch, but I just might have been 12 months too early. And
the window's not shut yet, so don't be a defeatist just yet. I'm still clinging on to Osherman.
Kane has built a humongous Buckingham Palace type house in near London.
Shawnee, not far from Shawnee, I believe.
That's right. Yeah, me and him are neighbours. Yeah.
Neighbours.
Yeah, obviously, me and Sean we go cycling every day. Obviously.
Some Forest fan actually put this in my comments. It's like, think you better move on from Morgan Gibbs White before he gets a restraining order against UK. It could happen, 1,000 is around £10. I don't know if that's true. Big up, Danny. Another 80. I appreciate you. And look, another 150. He's sending me seagulls and footballs. Go on, Jimbo. Sorry.
What other football talk we got?
Well, I haven't really got anything else.
No, nothing to talk about, mate. What are we doing?
There really isn't. There's no links to anybody else. I've just been through the reports. There's not really any links. The actual Jed Spence deal works out £25.6 million that Inter want to pay, which to me it's bananas. Unless they've got someone lined up to come in, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. There's no news on Marmouche. Look, Katie falling into Butler's trap of waffling. Can you imagine if we didn't get a player because Kate had been warned by the police about stalking and it put them off? It's more likely going to be Sean than me. But no, there isn't. Sean, there really isn't, is there? There's no news. It's gone
there's nothing
quiet.
There's nothing to talk about. That's why we're so distracted by Danny's fake jewel count.
Yeah. It literally, Gakpo wants to go. Liverpool don't want him to go. It's all going to be based on the fee. That literally is where the news is. Savinho will still be linked to us in 12 years' time. We'll probably sign him at the end of his career. No, we've had enough of Sean singing random. Zachary says, big up Kate, Jimbo, Shawnee. You guys always make me smile. Appreciate you all. Well, if we've made you smile, then our work here is done. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We just wanted to jump on a.
Did I just hear you say you've had enough of my singing?
No.
Well, why is someone? I've seen someone about 4 people put in this Trent to replace Jed. I've seen about 4 people say that. What is there something out there?
What, Trent Alexander-Arnold coming to Spurs?
As if.
I don't see that happening.
I thought he's only been there 1 season, hasn't he?
He's been at Real Madrid for 2 seasons now.
Oh, is it 2 seasons? Is it?
Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. They wanted Pedro Porro, but yeah, it's not going to happen. Random question: do you think the set piece coaches will be better with De Zerbi? You watch all the training, Jimbo.
Yes, definitely. And the goalkeeper coach, the new goalkeeper coach, he looks fantastic. He looks the drills he puts them through. I thought was really good. I hadn't seen it before. I've been watching their training for a long time, and the drills he was putting them through was fantastic. So he's definitely the goalkeeper coach. Is definitely going to improve Kinski, and set pieces. Yeah, they set pieces look good. I was so impressed with Kulu's set pieces in the training. His set pieces were unbelievable.
I was very upset with James Flower earlier, saying that he doesn't rate Kulu. I think people forget what a good player he was.
Yeah, I did
Mate,
say, didn't I?
He winds me up, James. He's the nicest bloke in the world, right? Sweetheart, great father. You know, got his head on his shoulders, doing well in life. Lot of things to admire. Doesn't get rattled when people wind him up or threaten to beat him.
What did I say to you after the stream, Kate? He's so calm.
He's so calm. He just lets it like water for ducks back. But some of the fucking takes that he has, I mean, gee, it winds me up. I'm like, mate, like, please act like more of a donut in the rest of your life so I can have a reason to dislike you, because some of the takes that you come out with, they wind me up too much, you know? When he comes out with that bollock sometimes, I'm like, it can't be from the same guy that's lovely and pleasant and placid and harmless in so many ways. And then he comes out and winds me up about Matisse Tell the way he does. You know, or about fucking Decky.
I mean, I'm not imagining it, right? Decky in the 10 was a top player. I'm not. I don't know if people.
He is a top player, but he gets overused, and he doesn't know when to hold himself back, because he's a 1 season guy, you know, half a season guy. He plays well in the first half of the season, and in the second half he's absent. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and as far as I know, on Carp Watch, James still hasn't caught a fish, as far as we're aware.
How big are carp, by the way?
How big a carp?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get 60, 70 pound carp. But most of the big carp like that size are abroad. But in this country,
they come over here. They come.
Take all our lakes.
Those bloody foreign carps. You know?
What's the biggest one you've caught, Jimbo?
50 odd.
I don't really understand fishing. I don't know why. For me, it's a penis extension thing. Throw in your little rod, hook a fish, mutilate its mouth, go, oh, look at what I've caught, and throw it back in.
Yeah,
it's a form of hunting, because if you get some places you go to catch carp, it's very difficult, so you've got to outsmart them. But some places it's a lot easier. But
when you say outsmart them, like all you're really doing is going.
No, it's not like that, Sean. Sean's not.
Oh, okay.
No,
teach me.
No, because look, you've got to think, right? Say something like a 50-pound carp. I've had over a 50-pound carp. When they get caught a few times, they get smarter. The more they get caught, the smarter they get, and they're harder to catch.
Even fish with memory, with no memory, they get smarter.
That's a fallacy, the whole memory thing with fish. That's not actually true.
If you go to a big lake, you've got to find where the fish are. You can't just sit down in anywhere and just throw your rod in. It don't work like that.
See, to me, I thought you just literally threw a rod in, and
No,
if they
set up
bit,
the set. You use different setups for different places.
Yeah, see, Kate, I'm with you. I sort of feel like if blokes who go fishing struggle to catch a fish, and then when they finally catch a fish, they attribute it to the fact that the fish are too smart and that they've won the game of chess against a fish. I think what they're really coping with here is the fact that they're not good enough at fucking catching a fish.
and I get it when it was a
What are
hunting
you doing
thing.
here? They
If
ain't
you-
Einstein. They're
If you
fucking fish, bro.
If you
What are
catch a
you doing here?
fish and you eat it, I get it. But if you're just catching it for sport to mutilate its mouth and then throw it back, it's evil.
Yeah, I agree. I went blue marlin fishing once when I was in Florida. We didn't catch one, but the boat that went out next to us, one of the geezers on the boat caught a fucking caught like a giant thing, and he was like trying to reel it in for about 7 hours, and I'm like, mate, we haven't done anything. Can we go home, please? Like, can we? This is his thing. It's not mine, and he's on a different fucking boat. Like, we ain't doing it. No, we got to go home together. Like, do me a favor. I don't care about his story. He ain't going to be sharing that thing with me if he catches it. I'm getting a bit bored. Okay, I don't know who he is. He's on a stag do. He's not my stag do. Can take me fucking home, people.
I went fishing once, night fishing. I went purely because I thought, have a little bit of a and a little bit of a, and I fell in. And I've never been fishing
Wasn't
again.
with me.
No, I fell in the river and everyone laughed, and my ex-boyfriend wouldn't take me home to get dried off. So I had to sit in the freezing cold.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
All
This
night.
is why I think fisher people are selfish. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
I really do. Like, it's my only ever experience with fishing has been terrible. And I'm not going to sit here and like subscribe to this narrative that you have to like outsmart a fish. I'm sorry, mate. I just think that you're bad at fishing, and then when you finally catch it after 6 hours of trying, you go, "It's been a good battle." No, you're just fucking shit for 5.5 hours, and you got lucky in the last bit. Congratulations,
Sean. When you're in a lake, right? Say a lake's 5 acres, right? You got to find where the fish are, right? If it's a big fish, they've normally been caught
where
a few
the fish
times,
are.
so they
They're
get
in the water.
They're in the water, aren't they?
I can't
in the
explain.
tree.
I can't explain carp fishing to bozos that don't want to really know about it. So
they're only in one place, they're not on the land.
I feel like I almost got a reaction there from Jimbo. I've been trying to get a reaction from the coolest guy in the. Nothing offends, nothing winds him up. I almost got you there, mate. I almost got you.
I can't talk about fishing to bozos.
The bait.
I know. Yeah, it's not a bit of me, but look, we are actually waffling now.
golfers, fishermen, and cyclists. Well, I used to golf and I used to fish, so I must be a wrong un.
Yeah, I agree. I do. I think it's a way of men to prove that they're like, I caught fish.
More
I'm
intelligent
big
than a
man.
fucking fish.
Yeah, I don't understand it, and I just find it really cruel. Unless you're going to eat it, I know that that's cruel as well, but at least you catch it for a reason.
You got to shut that Jules thing off. It winds me up, man.
There's millions. There's millions of them.
I'm glad that you've learned to not even acknowledge them now. You're just like flicking through them because you know I'm right. Like it's costing these people nothing, or at best like a couple of quid, and you're sitting there. Oh, I will never again do it. Like that show I did on the rabbit hole was like 4 hours long, and 2 hours of it was me going, "Thank you so much for your 2 joules." Don't know what it means. I then went and looked it up. I was like, "What? What are we doing here?"
I've had 62 of them sent. And I appreciate you all. Thank you very much indeed. I am going to have to look into it.
You let me know what revenue you got. All right, you let me know what revenue you got.
I will.
Go back to the one.
What?
The guy asked me about where I caught my fish.
Where am I going?
At least he's holding a carp, so at least you know what I'm saying. No, I caught the 50. I caught the 50 in a place called Le Coys in France, and in England I've had I think two 40s. But I've had a lot of 30s, But he will understand what I'm saying about the
Well, I
carp
understand.
fishing.
£30,
Yeah,
£40.
we
No,
all,
I'm
we all
talking about
we're not
catching
idiots,
them.
mate. We're not like the fish. We actually have. We can understand what you're saying, bro.
And I'm talking about catching them in England.
Now he knows
The Queen.
Louis.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell. No,
This
that's
is-
for sure. These guys just won't understand what we're talking about. Just to you, I got a 30, a 40, and a 50. No, you're right, Jimbo. Like me and Kay got no idea what you're saying.
Do you put maggots? Is it maggots you put in there?
No, I'm not okay. I can't
Alright.
talk to you about it. Honestly, maggots. You can,
Oh,
You do put
he's getting wound up, Kate. Just keep
I'm
going.
not getting wound up. But
He's
just,
getting wound up.
You put maggots on a fishing rod, no?
you put what?
Maggots, don't you? Or not?
Yeah, it was a mirror, Dan. Yeah, but that's you're not for carp, darling.
Bread?
You can catch carp off the bread off the top.
Yeah. Jay.
Like a pizza.
I was watching something.
I'm only half joking because if it likes carbohydrates, bread is like bread.
Jacket potato. You knocked the fish out.
Listen, Kate. He's rolling his eyes like we're donuts, right? But we know that these guys think that they're outsmarting a fucking fish. They haven't thought about throwing a jacket potato, a spud in the lake. If me and you went on a fucking boat into a carp lake, put a fucking cheeky jacket potato, a little bit of cheese and butter in there, we'd come out with a carb every fucking time. 60 pounds would be the smallest we'd ever catch. These lot just haven't thought about it that way, you know?
Maybe we're the smart ones after all.
Nothing maybe about it. What are we doing here?
Big up Madam Number for the super chat. Says Dual Fund, stop fishing and encouraging non-native fish in our waterways. There you go. There's a message in there. Stop fishing.
What are the carps foreigners, are they? Is that what we're doing here? Are the carps from fucking overseas? Are they immigrants? Are the carps immigrants? Is that what we're doing?
This a carper. Maybe if you chuck pizza in, you'll get an Italian.
Hey!
I actually can't breathe. I think I breathed myself a little bit. That's so funny. Jimbo, I'm sorry. I know you're very passionate about your carp fishing, but I just don't get it.
But you haven't got to get it, have you? Because you don't do it. Yeah,
well, you don't do it no more.
That's it. When it's hot, you can catch them off the top with bread.
Have you ever caught a carp?
I'll tell you what. If those carp are like native to somewhere else, let's get a dinghy. It'd be a lot easier to catch them to get a dinghy. They'll fucking try and jump in the fucking dinghy. You haven't got to use any bait. Let's get a fucking dinghy on.
Jim, have you ever caught a carp? I've got tears rolling down my face. Have you ever caught a carp where you've thought, I'm going to need a bigger boat?
I'm not going to entertain you two donuts anymore.
Yeah, maybe we're side carpo.
Get one of those super dinghies in the local lake, and the carp will just jump in themselves. They're onto better things.
Oh my god!
They're economic carps. They're not fleeing war-torn lakes. They're here for a hotel. What are we doing here?
Oh my god, my belly hurts. Rise above it, Jimbo.
It goes over my head. I get this all day off Kate anyway about other shit. So I'm used to it with Kate.
Now you see, you stick up for Shorty all the time, and now you've seen him. It turned on you like that, Jimbo. It just turned on you at the drop of a carp. Just like that.
It all started with the accusation that carp are intelligent.
They are intelligent, Shawnee.
Shut up. Hey, I'm going to fucking Google this. I'm going to Google this in real time. Can I share my screen? Let me share my screen. Is that all right? Hang about.
I literally can't breathe.
Intelligent.
Oh,
for fuck's sake. Carp are considered to be among the most intelligent and adaptable freshwater fish.
Thank you.
They possess strong memory retention. Learn to avoid fishing hooks and traps after Yeah, wait a minute. No. Listen. This is the problem, right? This is the problem. Let me share this.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Bring that up on the screen. Bring that up on the screen. You got it there, yeah?
Yep.
All right. Are carp intelligent? And it says, yes, carp are considered to be among the most intelligent. They possess strong memory retention, learn to avoid. This is AI's answer, right? AI's answer. You go, what? If AI is saying it, it must be true. Where's AI getting its answers from? Wired to Fish, okay? A fishing blogger's website full of other donuts that want to convince themselves that when they fail to catch a carp, it's not because they're donuts, it's because the carp are more intelligent. This is the problem with AI. They are just leaning into donuts who've look at the fucking picture on the board there. There's a fish with a pair of spectacles and a book. The blog is written. What are we doing here?
What do you call a clever carp? Sophisticated. Well, Jimbo, there's some truth in what you said.
I don't have to justify what I said, Kate.
Jimbo's not enjoying this at all. He's like fuck Butler off. He's going, get him out. Pissed. Go get him.
Listen, off. You made it on the front of lots of magazines, so you obviously did something right. Yeah, we need to have a fish off. Poor James Flower, he's there for like a week and he ain't caught nothing yet. I mean, I'd be so disheartened.
Well, you don't know he hasn't caught nothing, do you? Have you messaged him and asked him?
No. But I thought we'd get a bomber that he might have.
I'll message him right now.
I bet he ain't caught one. I guarantee he ain't caught nothing except a cold.
Probably not today because it was hot and he's not allowed to fish off the top. So it's probably,
I like the way people said, Jimbo, they're just jealous because you've got a talent. It's only chucking in a line of something with a hook on the end. I mean, I don't know if is it a talent to be a fisherman? I don't know. I reckon anyone could do it.
According to other fishermen, it is. This is the problem. No disrespect, Jimbo, but like
it's the bit.
Give me half an hour. Give me the process, right, or allow me to. We'll go fishing in Lincoln, and I reckon I'll catch something within the day.
What, carp?
I don't give a fuck. Whatever fish. They're fish.
No, Sean. Catching carp.
I heard Flower earlier on making out like
roach.
No, Flower was going. It's more difficult because it's hot. I went, why is it difficult because it's hot? He goes, because they're at the surface. I was like, well, then just fucking put a floater in and catch it on the surface. He goes, oh no, you can't do that.
He said they're not allowed where they're fishing.
Oh my God, your mate's on here, Jimbo. Your fishing friend. Oh, friend. Lee Jackson. Remember?
Yeah.
Look at the size of this bugger.
He's a top angler. He's one of the best anglers in the country.
Top anglers.
Look. This is Jimbo's friend. Fishing friend.
It's like saying I'm like number 3 in the world of curling of English people that don't live near an ice rink between the age of 40 and 45. Like, it's not going to be that hard to get to the top of that game. I don't know, mate. What are we doing? Look at the side. I mean, this
guy here used to fish with this guy, and I learned so much from him. He is a top fisherman.
And does he also claim that carps are incredibly intelligent?
What did you learn? How to?
What exactly did you learn?
How to fish? What? Sean, I can't go into it because it's so much. There's so many different.
There's so much. You got to dangle the rod.
You see, look, you can't educate fucking pork, can you? You can't educate pork. And to go carp fishing, there's so many.
I'm sure. I'm joking. I know there's a lot to it. I know. I'm joking. I ain't mucking around.
Get rid of the bozo, says Vice City Live. Be up, Vice. Yeah, look, even DeFarshar knows Lee Jackson. He's a legend in the game. All I know is when we went to get fishing stuff, it costs a bleeding fortune. That's all I know. And you need so many
You know
different
why,
bloody
Kate, don't
things.
you? You know why? Because their market audience is thick as fuck. Jimbo, I'm kidding. For anyone that's watching this after the fact, it's a joke. I completely get it that fishing is a lot more to it than.
Well, what was that bang, Kate?
The cat just knocked something off my table. He's been a right little bastard. I'm going to post him to Sean. You could have him. He's driving me insane. Poxy cat has messed up all my chairs.
Unless he wants to sit in my basket and go cycling up and down the country, I don't know if he'll.
I donate to charity to watch Shawnee go carp fishing without any instructions or AI help.
Give me if you gave me everything I needed to know and I had no phone, if you gave me everything I needed and you said you can catch a carp in here, give me a week, I'll have caught a carp.
Well, I would fucking hope so in a week. Fuck.
Oh, they can't be that fucking difficult if I don't need any
I don't need any
education. If I have no education, I've never fished in my life. If I have no education and you're telling me that I can figure it out in a week by myself with no help, no AI, no Google, no nothing. If you're telling me I can do that, then I'm sorry, it can't be that fucking difficult.
Sean, you're talking out your fucking arse, right? Because different places you fish different methods. It's not. Not every lake
I can figure it out for myself in a week.
Well, you could. Anybody can figure it out, but it takes. You've got to learn about it. It's something you've got to learn about. You can't just go and buy a rod and a line and go carp fishing. It's not the way it works. It just doesn't work like that, and it's not like if you go roach fishing, you can go buy a rod, a line, a hook, put some maggots on it, throw it in with a float, right, and you can catch some fish. But carp fishing is not like that. It's completely different.
What
there you go.
People on the canal down the Basingstoke Canal where I live in Addlestone and Weybridge. People do. I see them all the time. They throw the thing in and then they reel it back. They don't sit there and let it wait. They throw it in and then they reel it back, and it either catches something or they don't. And if it doesn't, they'll throw it in again and reel it back. What do you catch in the local canal? If are carp in my local canal? If so, I will go and fucking catch a carp before the end of the week. Are carp going to be in the canal? Is there a possibility?
It's possible. Yeah, of course it is. They're in rivers. Yeah, but see, they're different. They're river carp are.
Yeah, there are carp in the Basingstoke Canal, 30 to 40 pounders, I reckon.
Like river carp are.
Fuck it. I'm going to go and buy a fucking rod tomorrow, and we're going to do a live stream from the canal. And if I catch a fucking
if you go fishing for one day, right, and you catch a carp, I'll fucking take my hat off to you and say to you, well done.
All right then. I'm not going to do it tomorrow, but this is what. How much is a rod going to cost me? It's going to cost me to catch that.
If you want to buy, my carp stuff was worth probably 15-20 grand.
What? I ain't doing that.
My carp setup was probably worth 15-20 grand.
If I go to a local fishing, can I rent a fishing rod for the day to try and catch a carp?
Rent a rod.
Maybe if you go to a fucking if you go to an holiday camp with a little fucking pond in it, yeah. You can't go to a fishing shop and say, "Can I rent a rod?"
You can't do that.
No.
Why can't you do that? By the way.
What if you snap it?
I don't own the shop.
What if you throw it and then you throw it in the water by mistake and you go back to the fishing shop?
Deposit, don't you? You donut, of course. Like that's the risk you take, right? But like, I don't know. You can hire a fucking jet ski, but a jet ski costs 40 grand, and you haven't got to be an expert on a jet ski to do it. And you go on holiday, you've had 20 beers. I mean, you can have a go on your jet ski. If you sink the jet ski, you're in trouble. Why can't you rent a rod? Is there a market there?
I don't know. I don't own the shop, so.
There's dino rods.
And I used to. Cole's asking, did I fish for pike? I used to fish for pike a lot in the winter. Yeah.
There's dino rods that probably James Flower uses because they're plumbers. Maybe they do fishing rods as well. Or you can get them little plastic ones at the
Now,
seaside.
fuck this. This is now a thing, right? I am gonna catch a fucking carp just to shut
All right,
Jimbo up.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
It's such a shame we don't live closer because I would love to have you two sat on a riverbank and live stream it.
Listen, I've got rivers. I've got rivers like the river way, right?
And do you want to know something, Sean? Right, catching
Yeah.
a river carp, right? It's completely different.
Ah,
right?
here we go.
Listen.
And
Catching a river carp is probably harder, and it's a lot. You got to get the fish in as well. If you got a 20-pound river carp, right, you got a fucking fight on your hands because they're very strong because they're always fighting they swim against the current, so it makes them quite strong. So you're bringing in a river carp to a lake carp is a lot different, believe me.
You'll have to have a little net to put it in. And,
I tell you what, right? I would give £100 to a charity if you go for one day down the river and catch a carp. Yeah, that's that.
I love it.
What I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to investigate what it is that's required. Can it be done? There's the canal up here, and then there's the river way, literally 100 meters down that way on the sort of public footpath down there. I don't think you're allowed to fish, but I'm not sure many people are checking there's no one walking around looking for your permit. I'll go and find them. There's a tackle shop down the road from me in Weybridge. I'm sure I'll go down there and go, mate, give me something that can catch a tackle. Give me something that can catch a carp, right? I'll give you 50 quid. I ain't going to drop the fucking fishing rod. Tell me what I got to do. Just give me a couple of days. I'll do 1 day of practice. The second day I'll live stream it, right? It will be part of the 24-hour live stream until we do a bomber. Until we get a bomber. I'll take the fucking setup and I'll park down the road down there and we'll sit down there and drink fucking Thatchers and I'll catch a carp and we'll go from there, okay?
But you said you were going to do it with no tuition, but you're going to ask the guy in the shop how to do it and have a day's practice.
And do you know what? For you to go and buy the equipment to buy a carp, right? You think that's going to be cheap?
No, I'm not buying anything. I'll rent the fucking thing.
They won't rent it.
Don't rent you fucking carp stuff, Sean.
I can't breathe.
People who go carp fishing, right? What's his name? DeFars. He'll tell you this. People who go carp fishing, right? To have a carp set up, it costs a lot of money to have a top setup, and you buy it over time. You don't go to the shop in one hit and buy all your carp stuff. You buy a setup and you upgrade it and get better stuff. And
listen, I'm not fucking. I'm not.
It
I'm
takes.
not, I'm not going.
It takes a long time
to prove you wrong. I'm not taking up a 20 grand hobby that I've got no interest in.
It's not everybody has that. I spent a lot of money on it because it was my
main
main
anybody
hobby.
On the chat, anybody who's watching this later on who lives near Surrey, who's got a carp fishing setup, who can pop round my gaff for the day, take me out, just tell me how to dangle the fucking thing. And then just tell me what I got to do. Just 5 seconds, and then you can piss off. I won't lose your rod. The thing might get wrapped around a reed or something. I don't know. But just get in touch because I've got to live stream this bollocks because it can't be that difficult. Is the point?
Tell me how to dangle the thing. Big up,
Honestly.
Sonny, for the super chat. Said I know
I can
there's
tell you
nothing
something.
to talk about.
You're out your depth.
I would love it. I would love it
If you think you're just going to go down the river and catch a carp.
Yeah, but if I did, it would be absolutely like timeless content. There's nothing anyone could ever say to me about anything.
I wouldn't even know how to cast.
Gift or a fucking carp, bro. How about that?
Oh,
yeah?
I don't even know how to cast off or whatever you call it. Like, I don't even know. But Sean, why did you stop doing the walks with Bugsy, news and clues? It was part of my routine while commuting.
Honestly, because Bugsy became very, very competent at catching carp in her mouth. It was a bit embarrassing, really. All the fishermen were getting pissed off. They were like, what are you doing? Can you take the dog out of the water, please? They're stealing all our catch because it's really hard work.
Honestly, I would love to see you two sitting on the side of a river trying to catch a carp, and whoever gets one first gets something. I personally think, Shawnee, I don't know if you could be quiet long enough to actually catch a fish. You're very loud. I don't know if you could sit quietly long enough to catch a fish, and you'd get pissed. Of course you have, or you scare them away.
Yeah,
But if I was to put like speakers 50 feet that way and 50 feet that way, then all of the fish would be like they would be terrified.
I'd
You know what I
probably
mean?
end up pushing you in, Sean.
Again, tactics that most fishermen don't probably think about. You know, what are we doing here?
I'd probably end up pushing you in, Sean.
Apparently, you have to learn how to tie certain knots.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not
Tie
just
a
something
knot.
you can go and do, and it costs a fortune to have a really good setup of carp stuff, and you don't just do it all at once. You build it up over years of fishing. You know, I had all my rods made, all my reels made.
What, handmade?
Yeah, I had all mine made.
Proper waste of money. They fucking had you over that day.
Well, it wasn't a waste of money because it was my main hobby. It was the hobby I did
When you weren't working.
When I wasn't working. It was my mate Gary. He owns a shop called the Tackle Box. He was my fishing partner, and when I was in England, that's what me and him did. Went fishing.
So now that content is your main hobby, Jimbo, can we expect to see you update those headphones to a set of Beats by Dre?
No, these
and
are
then eventually, you know, you're going to get.
I didn't even really want these. It was only because Kate said that you've got to stop
Get
the
rid
echo.
of the echo.
Yeah, Kate made me get them.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Look, each their own. Not something that appeals to me because I fell in the river, but some people like it. So different strokes for different folks and all that malarkey. But I did not expect this string to go in a carp direction. I'm a bomber starter, twisted magnum starter. Yeah, that's Sean. He's going to play the prodigy, both sides of the lake. So all the carp go to the middle.
Nowhere to go but towards me, and then I'm going to dangle the fucking string.
No, there was just the link to Balogun, which we went through earlier. So if you missed it, you have to rewatch it because the last half hour has been fly fishing with Sean and Jimbo.
Fly fishing.
Is it fly fishing? Is that what it's called?
Carp fishing.
Carp fishing.
Fly fishing is completely different.
What else can I catch? What else can I catch if it's not a carp? What's another thing that's a little bit?
There's roach. There's loads of different. There's pike, which have got teeth. Perch, which have got teeth.
What about piranha?
No, not in this country, Di. That's in the Amazon.
Oh, right. Oh.
Apparently, piranhas don't like when you were like 7 years old. Did you have like irrational fears about anything?
Yeah.
That turned out not to be something to have an irrational fear about.
Yeah, quicksand.
Fuck, 100%. Quicksand and piranhas, right?
Yeah.
Quicksand don't happen, or it doesn't happen in the position unless you're in a real problem situation. And piranhas, apparently, like if you were to put a bit of live meat, if you were to cut your arm off and it had like the meat that was all exposed and put it in there, the piranhas would tear it up. If you fell into the Amazon and you didn't have any kind of open wounds on you, the piranhas would leave you alone.
Okay, did you get some super chats? Did you read them out?
I've done them, yeah.
Oh, all right. I missed you doing them. That's when my head was spinning with Sean.
Sturgeon, barbels. I don't know if these are fish.
Barbell.
Barbells.
Another way where fishermen try to feel like they're manly because they go, "Oh, I've been lifting the barbell all day." Have you actually been lifting some weights? No, I've been lifting some fish.
What are the fish that are pretty colours? Rainbow trout. Can you catch them?
Yeah, but not in. There's normally special places you go to catch trout.
What about salmon?
No, there's not. You don't get salmon in lakes, darling.
What about cod? Why are you laughing?
No, you got to go to the fish and chip shop to get a cod.
So you couldn't catch me saying could bring it home for dinner? Yeah, in Scotland you can get salmon.
Yeah, in Scotland.
There you go. That's the only fishing I always think looks quite exciting. Not that, but when they're in these tropical places and they throw in spears, I think I could have a go at that. Just throw a spear at a fish.
Do you know chimpanzees have learned how to throw spears at fish?
Have they?
Or, no, not orangutans. I think it is one of those monkey types. They've actually they watched people hanging off of ropes and throwing spears into the river in Africa, And now they've evolved. Like they're going to the next stage of evolution. Monkeys have figured out how to catch fish with spears.
Yeah,
and
they
they're very
break
good at
nuts open, don't they? They make a hole, and they put the nut in the hole, and then they hit it with a rock to crack the shell.
Yeah, they
But
figured that one out. But like to actually like figure out how to like fine tune a bit of stick, a bit of like a branch into a spike. They figured out how to do that, and then they literally hang off of a branch over a river, and then see a fish and throw it in like a jungle man would do.
I don't believe in evolution, though.
No, we're from Adam and Eve, aren't we?
I don't believe in that.
We was watching a wildlife program last night, and this male orangutan, right? He was
that was scary.
He was fucking massive, right? And this photographer was out in the wild filming him, and he got too close, so the orangutan just got hold of him and held him, had his arm round him, and was biting him just to let him know that he was the boss there. And every time the guy tried to get away, he grabbed him round the neck, right, and pushed his head down to the floor and just held on to him. And there was another guy there that was telling him, "Look, don't panic, don't move." And he said, if he wanted to kill you, you'd be dead. He'd just snap your neck. But this orangutan had him for 3 hours, kept him prisoner for 3 hours. Oh my God, it was really scary to watch.
And what about the thing that was I don't know what it was. It might have been the orangutan that was in the cage that tried to bite that girl's toes off.
Yeah.
I don't really like them big things.
She got too close to the cage, and it was actually a bloke. He grabbed the bloke and pulled him and got his leg and was trying to bite his toes off. Oh my God, they're so strong, orangutans.
What's the animal you're most scared of, Shawnee? If you had to pick an animal anywhere in the world, not necessarily like something in this country, what animal are you the most scared of?
I've often dabbled with this. I'm actually not that scared of most animals. Obviously, I would be terrified of being squared up to by a black bear or by a gorilla or whatever. But if you want to make me to freak out, if I was to go on Celebrity Get Me Out of Here, if they were to say, like, what animals are you most scared of, I would write down the things on the application list that I'm not that scared of, so I wouldn't have to face the things I actually am. I'd say, like, oh, I'm terrified of snakes, I'm terrified of crocodiles, and they'd like put you in with a snake and a crocodile, a little baby crocodile, and you go, oh no, oh! Even though in reality I'm like, hello mate, how you doing? But what I am terrified of is creepy crawlies. Okay, if you were to put me in with some locusts or some fucking like cockroaches, that sort of thing, I would shit myself.
Women scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, women. Yeah.
Someone's asked, sorry, before I carry on, someone's asked if they're a size XL in OK Jersey, would they go 2XL or 3XL?
Two or three. Depending on the sort of XL that you are. If you're a fatty, then go for a 3XL. If you're just a bigger guy, if you're just like, dad bod, but you're like 6'2" or something, then go 3XL. But if you're chubby like I am, then go 3XL. If not, just go 2XL. But yeah, at least one, if not two sizes up.
Yeah. We saw a video today as well about a massive spider that I think exists in the jungle, and it is like massive thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
I think hippopotamuses is mine. I don't like them at all.
They're awesome, mate. They are awesome. What we doing?
Yeah, but they're dangerous.
Their mouth goes like
after mosquitoes. After mosquitoes, they kill more people than any other creature in the wild. Mosquitoes kill the most.
You get in their way, and you got like, what are you doing? Like, mosquitoes come and find you. Hippos, like, you can get out of their fucking way. Like, how often are you going to get in the way of a hippo and go, you know what, hippo?
You know what the thing is?
They're not going to sneak up on you, are they, Jimbo? Let's be honest.
Well, no, the thing is what happens is people go down the rivers on boats and get too close to them, and they're very territorial.
Oh, okay, but that's why you put yourself in that situation. Yeah. But if you happen to be in Zambia and you're going out for a night out, Namibia or somewhere, right? You're having a night out, and you're having a cheeky beer, a little pina colada, and all of a sudden a hippo taps you on the shoulder and wants to fight. Like, I don't imagine that happens very often. Like, you have to put yourself in the situation where a hippo's
but people do, Sean.
But what about these tribal people?
Again, like when you think about the average intelligence of the average person in the world, and then you realise that half the people out there are dumber than that, you kind of go, the people that are getting killed by fucking hippos, probably like it's a bit of Darwinism going on. Whereas
thing is,
Carpfish is
they're
dangerous.
coming to find you, aren't they?
yeah, but if these tribal people that have to go down to to get the water, these hippos can just come out from nowhere and charge at them, and they are horrible. They're bite force, everything. They terrify the living crap out of me.
I
And
would
polar
much
bears.
rather see a hippo in front of me than a crocodile in that environment where you're at the lakeside. Because the crocodiles are like, they're sneaky fuckers.
Yeah, but hippos are fast, 40 kilometres an hour.
You see them coming, get out of their fucking way.
Yeah, but I don't run, Sean. I literally don't run.
Either, but just don't get in their way. If you go, I'm going to walk down to the local watering hole of all of the fucking hippos and the elephants and everything else. You're a donut. Stay out of the way. Stay out of their way. No time. If I saw someone on Facebook going, well, please, can anyone donate to the funeral expenses of my dear Aunt Mary? She was eaten by a hippo. I would go, no. Like, you and your family are just fucking idiots. And, you get what you get. Sometimes life is a way of figuring itself out. If you're stung by a mosquito, bitten by a mosquito, and you get malaria, that's a fucking horrible way to go, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
These days, those malaria mosquitoes are on steroids. Have you seen them close up?
Yeah.
They look like they're jacked up kangaroos. They got fucking muscles on their legs now. These mosquitoes, it's insane.
Jimbo, would yours be great white sharks?
They terrify me, and the other thing that terrifies me are chimpanzees, because chimpanzees they can switch just like that. 1 minute they're all right, and then they just switch and attack people. I know I will go nowhere near a chimpanzee, and I was scuba. I was not scuba diving. I was diving with in California. And we was under the water, and we saw a great white. And I am terrified of great whites. And I was with the kid, my boss's son, and I was looking after him under there. There was about 4 of us, and we had a diving instructor, and he did tell us if we see, there's a massive chance we won't see one, but if we did see one, not to panic. And I had to do everything in my power not to panic. And it was a big fucker as well. And I'm telling you now, I
can get that. I can get that, because you go swimming, and you can't see what's beneath you, can you? Even though they say like the chances of a surfer getting eaten by a shark, and people go surfing in South Africa, which is like king great white country, and they go surfing there, and like tens of thousands of people in South Africa surf every day, and they probably have like 3 or 4 shark attacks a year. So like the chance, like it's kind of like lottery numbers of chances you're going to get killed, right? But I hear you that because you can't see what's beneath you, that you shit yourself, right? And if a little bit of seaweed brushes up against you,
a great white swam in front of us. I just didn't take no notice of us. It just ambled by, and I tell you now, I had to use every bit of willpower I had not to panic.
Yeah,
I absolutely
I get that. But I'm not gonna. If you're gonna sit there and tell me that you once upon a time had a close run-in with a hippo, I'm gonna say that's probably it's a you problem rather than the hippo problem. That's what I'm saying.
He was in open water.
No, I was in open water. Because we was learning to dive, and I had got so far where I could take 3 people so many meters down, but we had the instructor with us, and he said to us, "Look, if we see a shark, don't panic. It's very rarely that they bother you." And we
swam in Jim?
California out, and we swam in this area maybe 5 days in a row, and then when I saw the shark, I wouldn't go back in there. I said to him, "Fuck that! You ain't getting me back down there." And I wouldn't go down there. And I don't think I've ever been scared of anything more in my life than when. I also
think that generally speaking, we all grew up on the movies of like Jaws, right? If we'd grown up on the movies of hippos, I feel like maybe that I would be a little bit more on your side, Jim. That hippos are terrifying.
Yeah, but the thing is, with the hip, look, you can swim. Right, I've swam in most seas in the world, right, and the chances are of you seeing a shark is very, very slim, unless you go
Right.
to somewhere like South Africa where
Yeah.
there's places where the great whites are all the time. Now in
Yeah.
California, they are in California, but mostly certain times of the year, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and so the chances are you could swim in the sea, right, 1,000 times and never see a shark. But
No,
if you
exactly.
go into the
100%.
waters, if you go into the waters of the of where hippos are, you're fucked. So
Yeah, but why the
I
fuck
would
would you
never
go in
go
the
in
water
there.
where hippos are? That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying to you. Where there's hippos, you go in the water, you're going to see one. Right in the sea, and all the seas around the world, you could go in, right, and swim 1,000 times and never see a shark.
Yeah, because the
So
hippos live in lakes. Like,
you're
hippos
putting
don't live
yourself
in the
into
sea;
a
they live in lakes.
position.
Just steer clear of the lakes.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I wouldn't do it
No, we're on
anyway.
the same page then. So why the fuck are you scared of hippos?
I
I'm
am.
not scared of hippos.
It's
I never said
me.
I
You're
was.
scared of hippos,
It's
Kate.
me.
Oh, what?
Because I don't
I'm
like
scared
the
of-
way
I'm not
they
stupid
can.
enough to go in the rivers where they are.
I don't like the way they open their mouth. They like. It's like there's loads of things I'm scared of. It's not just hippos, polar bears, snakes, spiders,
Scared of a polar
everything.
bear.
Oh, they're vile.
What are you talking about?
They rip you to pieces.
If you happen to be on an iceberg in the Arctic.
But I'm just saying, if I have a nightmare, your chances are there's a polar bear or a hippo in here.
Is that how it works? Is it? You want to get yourself on those Oxford Natural, mate. The dreams I've been having recently have been absolutely ra-ta-ta-ta. Swear to God, like the craziest fucking dreams, mate. The craziest. Well,
Yeah,
500
look.
deaths a year. Yeah. Random number. I hope that's not just that's your name and not a misspelling, but random number. I guarantee you that all 15 of those great white sharks, though, came from people that were surfing or people that weren't involved necessarily in areas where sharks were. But of the 500 deaths that happened to hippos, I don't think anyone. I think all of them are avoidable. If I'm honest.
Yeah, they put themselves in a position, didn't they? That's the
Yeah.
thing.
That's what I'm
They
saying
put it-
here. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
it's like
look,
it's like saying I'm terrified of I'm terrified of something. I'm terrified of an ice cube like spiking me in the head. And they go, okay, well that's a bit of an irrational fear. By the way, why? Well, because my ultimate hobby, the thing I love to do more than anything else, is to hang around underneath skyscrapers in Chicago during January. Like, you would fucking stay away from the positions where an ice cube might hit you, and there's nothing to fucking worry about. What are we doing here? You know what I mean?
Well, there's people that surf in Australia, and they surf for years and years and years and years, never even see a shark. But you get someone go out there, probably his 5th time, and he gets bit. It's just. But if you go into a river with hippos, you're asking for trouble.
You're asking for trouble with sharks. If you really want to, I wouldn't surf. Like, I'm not interested in surfing, but those who do, they run the dice, they roll the dice, they know the numbers, the chances, or whatever else. They calculate the realistic options, and they go, it's worth the risk. Yes, there's the occasional person who, for the first time ever, goes on a holiday in the Sharm el Sheikh in Egypt and gets eaten by a shark. Just bad luck. Fair enough. These things happen. But if you don't like if you've got a passionate fear, a pathological fear of a certain type of death, don't put yourself in the situation where that sort of death is going to happen. You know, as I say, if you're worried about getting an iceberg in the head, probably steer clear of skyscrapers in the winter in America. You know, who's the dog? What's the dog got to say?
It's my baby. She's a big baby, but she's my baby.
It's like Danny Kiriakou said, the hippos are the most powerful animals on the planet. So I don't think it's irrational to be
They're
scared
actually
of
not
one.
the most powerful animals on the planet, but they are
The
powerful.
hippos would win any fight, though.
What would?
A hippo would beat up any other animal in a fight.
No, it wouldn't.
Who's he losing to?
Name me an animal that would beat a hippo.
You put a hippo up against a rhinoceros, and you see who backs down. The
hippo smashes a rhino. What are we doing here?
No, because they've got that thing.
It's fact. A rhino's claw is this. A hippo, like Kate's saying, The fucking hippo can do the fucking.
If you
dislocated
get a
jaw
big
bollocks.
hippo,
Hippo
right, and
beats
you get a
anyone.
big rhinoceros, the hippo will back down.
Jimbo, you're talking bollocks, just like you were
I'm
about
not
the
talking
class.
bollocks. I've watched
You
it
are.
I've watched it on animal
You're talking
programs.
bollocks.
The
Just
hippo
like a
backs
car
down.
can't be that difficult to be caught.
Yeah,
okay?
look. AI says the winner between a rhino and a hippo depends entirely on the location. On dry land, the
semantics.
rhino
They
wins.
Yeah, on dry land, rhino wins. But if you put the rhino in the water, then obviously the hippo.
A hippo wins everything. A hippo beats a gorilla. A hippo beats a tiger, a lion, a fucking bear. You take any creature on this planet and you put it up against a fucking hippo.
What, on land?
Wins all day.
On land?
On land, in slush,
no
or
way.
in a lake.
No,
100%.
no, it wouldn't beat a ball elephant. It wouldn't beat a rhino
No,
on land.
correct.
It
Correct.
It wouldn't.
No,
Sean.
it wouldn't.
You're talking completely out of your rectum. If you think
let's
that's true.
let's do it in real time. Kate, share this. Kate, share this screen.
I'm reading it, and I'm telling you now, African
What
elephants.
animal would beat a hippo
on land?
This is madness. Yeah, elephants definitely would.
Can defeat. Is that on the screen?
That means they can.
Can doesn't mean they would. Doesn't mean they fucking would.
Morgan Gibbs White can come to Spurs.
Weight and sharp horns. Fuck off. A rhino is not beating a hippo. No
on land.
chance. It's proven. No. What do you mean on land? What do you mean on land?
Sean, you can tell me as much as you want, right? I'm telling you now, if a hippo and a full-size rhinoceros fight on land, right, my money's on the rhino all day long.
Are you a betting man?
On that, I would be.
All right,
I've seen it on wildlife programs.
No,
the hippo backs down. The hippo backs down every time.
Fuck that. I will get Claude to build a realistic UFC cage match between a hippo and a fucking rhino. And I will ask it. I will do it for all animals. You want to do this? You want to fucking do this? Right? I will fucking get it. I will say, Claude, I want you to get every meaningful measurement and every fucking detail you can about the various fighting talents of every major fucking creature. And we will put them up one against one. And everyone in the chat can fucking throw their jewels in on one side or the other. Right? And we will do this. I will build this fucking app and I won't have any. You'll see you can see my working. I won't influence it any way or shape or form. A hippo will win every fucking time. 100%.
A pride of lions have killed hippopotamuses.
Right, or you need what? You need more than one, yeah? Oh, fucking what are we doing here? Hippos
but I'm talking about, right, if you get a full-grown male, right, or a mother with a calf up against the hippo, it will beat it all day long. It won't beat it. You know why? Listen to me. Listen to me. I tell you why it won't beat the hippo. Because the hippo will back down. It won't fight it.
You're adding variables like a mother that
won't fight it, Sean. Sean, if you get a hippo and you get a rhino on land, right, the hippo will back down every single time.
All right, hang on. Who would back down?
I've got a video here of a rhino and a hippo fighting.
Between a rhino and a hippo.
Have we signed a hippo?
Neither animal usually backs down immediately, but the rhino is more likely to yield or move away. Fucking ta! That's it. The hippo is the fucking king of the jungle, bro. What are we doing here? I've got to close my window because I'm screaming.
And hippos ain't in jungles.
I need to get this I need to share my screen here. I can't do it because your shit. Why won't it? Oh, hang on. Might do. Share screen. Look. This could be interesting.
I can 100% build a UFC fighting. Oh, play this to see what happens. Have you watched this before, though, Kate? Is this loaded?
Never. I've just found it on Google.
All right, then let's see who does it. Fair, reasonable arena, right? Like the hippo's got the water zone and the hippo's got the land.
This is terrifying. Oh, look at his mouth.
Look at the size of him. Yeah, that's a baby hippo as well, though. Look, he's not.
And that's a baby rhino. Look at his horn. His horn's not big.
Do we see the fight? Do we see the fight? Or is it
Dunno.
looping? Is it looping? Is this looping?
No. Oh.
Oh, it's 2 against 1. That's not fair. No, we can't do that. The rhino's having a. That's not fair on the rhino.
Yeah, but the female rhino's just saying, Jim, calm down. Just leave Rhino alone.
I'm backing the hippo, right? But the rhino, you can't. I'm not gonna sit there and say the rhino's got a fair fight here if he's got 2 things to fucking worry about. You know.
Oh, he's backing off.
Yeah, the rhino's not happy. They're little hippos and little rhinos. Like these are not. This is not. The rhino. The hippo is much bigger. The hippo's bigger than the rhino generally. And that rhino looks like he's had his horns shaved off, cut off. It looks like it's been hacked off by some poacher, maybe.
Yeah, this is live from Tottenham's training ground earlier today.
Oh, go on the hippo. Go on the rhino. Oh, look at him. My fucking hippo. My hippo.
Wow. See, this is why I'm scared of him. Oh, he's killed it.
No, he didn't
kill it.
Didn't kill it.
No.
But the hippo is the king of the fucking animal fights. 100%.
And are you telling me that a hippo would beat a bull elephant? Not in a million years. Bull elephant.
Depends on the
a bull elephant.
One elephant against a hippo?
Yeah.
What the fuck is the elephant going to hurt him with?
A bull elephant. Have you seen its tusks?
Only if they haven't been poached.
A bull elephant turns over fucking like buses full of people.
Mate, an elephant's probably second. Rhino's probably third. Anyone that's
you're winding me up here. I'm telling you now.
I promise. I've done. I mean, I've done this fucking.
Look at this elephant.
I've done this conversation so many. Yeah, elephants are bigger, but they're slower. Right, they're much slower than hippos. Okay, a hippo that's under threat can fucking do the fucking all that shit. An elephant is a bigger fucking deal, but the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I'm saying I've had this conversation thousands of times in my life.
You were never ever convinced me.
Statistically,
I've watched too many wildlife programs, Sean.
Mate,
right? I've seen right. I've seen when a hippo goes near a baby rhino, right? The rhino absolutely fucking tear into the hippo, and the hippo shits itself and runs off.
Why is the elephant fell in the water?
Listen. Listen. There will be scenarios where you occasionally get like an animal instinct within the hippo or within the rhino or within the elephant that might kind of like win the overall battle, like an alpha versus a beta or whatever else. But statistically, a fucking hippopotamus is the best in any fight. Statistically, on average, it's a fact, bro. It's a fact.
Not in my eyes.
Well, you might have seen a different scenario, but I'm just telling you that if you go and do there's websites that discuss.
Look, I understand hippos are badasses, right? But
elephants are too. Elephants are number 2 in the stack rank, by the way. So it's like
you're giving. I'm telling you what, you're giving rhinos a bit of a disjustice here. They are fucking vicious bastards.
Rhinos are probably 3 or 4 in the stack rank. You know, rhinos probably 3 or 4. But I'm not saying that rhinos are pussies. I'm not calling them out. I'm just saying like there's a pecking order. There's a pecking order. You know, like
also
gorillas are badasses, but a gorilla gets beaten up by a bear all day long. If you pick up if you're saying you want a gorilla against a black bear, anyone that's picking the gorilla, you're fucking losing your money. You're losing your money.
A Nile crocodile can kill a hippopotamus as well. If it's a large one, a Nile crocodile.
Crocodiles depend on their environment.
Yeah.
You need, for a crocodile to have a fair fight, it needs to be in the shallow water. It needs to be able to. I used to have this conversation in Australia because there's scenarios in Australia, in the Northern Territory in Australia, where you have saltwater crocodiles and you have sharks up in the Northern Territory, right? And so like there's legit crocodiles that are saltwater that are on the beach. but they only hang around the fucking shallows of the Northern Territory, and you get great white sharks up there.
Yeah,
So
listen to this, right? In terms of raw absolute power and combat dominance, in a one-on-one scenario on land, the African bush elephant is widely considered the strongest animal, weighing up to 6,000 kilograms, 13,000 pounds, and capable of lifting a massive load with its trunk alone. No other terrestrial animal can match its sheer physical force.
Wow.
Yeah, in like a fucking weightlifting competition, if you're asking a bench pressing competition, the fucking elephant wins 100%. That's
They're
not how
saying
it
that
goes, though.
it says in a one-on-one dominance that there is no other animal that can beat the African bush elephant.
Do you know what? My niece has just texted me. She put, "This is this bloke you've got on the Flat Earther."
Yeah.
I went, no, but he hosts a podcast.
I'm not a flat earther, no, I'm not a flat earther, but I host a podcast, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? First they ridicule you, right? It's the story about truth. First they ridicule you. First they laugh. Then they are shocked. And eventually it's acknowledged, right? And it's the same with fucking the hippos. The hippos are getting a disservice here by
no one's giving them a disservice. It's just
I feel like you're being a little bit disrespectful to my mate hippos because they are.
Well, they're not my mates because I'm shit scared of them. So I'm just putting
and
it
rightly
out there.
so. Rightly so. Would you be more scared of a hippo or an elephant?
A hippo.
100%. You know why? Because they're the fucking king of the fighting jungle.
Yeah, but Sean, I'm totally warped because I'd be more scared of a dolphin than a great white shark because I have got an irrational fear of dolphins.
You're asking what you're more scared of, a hippo or an elephant? Fucking both the same. Because if you get attacked by either one of them, if you get attacked by either one of them, you're fucked. A human being.
But you're not going to get attacked by as many elephants as you are hippos. You know why? Because hippos have got a fucking gene in them. They go, that fucking humans up here again. I've had enough of these bastards. Whereas elephants go, you want to get a ride on my back? Give me some fucking peanuts. Give me some fucking peanuts, and I'll take you for a jog. No, there's no hippo that's out there going, give me some peanuts, and I'll put you on my back for a minute.
Well, there is,
you know why? Because one of them is built for business, and the other one is built for pleasure.
There's people that own hippos that have got them and they get in the water with them and cuddle them.
Yeah, there are. That is true.
Not very many. There's far more owners of elephants than there are hippos out there.
Yeah, because elephants are easier to train. That's why.
Oh, well, you know what that means, right? Because they're docile, because they're fucking manipulatable. Okay? This is the point I'm making. Hippos are the fucking bee's knees in a fucking argument. If you had to pick any animal to be side by side with you in a fight against someone else and their choice of animal, I'm choosing a hippo all day long. The only thing I'm scared about in that scenario is whether the hippo deals with the animal, deals with the other human, and then turns on me. That's my fear, not the other animal and not the other human being. That's the problem with hippos. They're out for themselves a little bit, if I'm honest.
Can I ask for a question? The hippopotamuses or hippopotami or whatever you call them, do they eat people? Like, if they killed you, would they eat you?
No, I think they're herbivores, aren't they?
No, not a hippo wouldn't eat you. No,
he'd kill you, but he wouldn't eat you.
Why would they kill you then?
Because that's how fucking crazy they are. That's what I'm saying.
They're sociopaths.
In the wild, right? Rhinos are the same. You go into their territory and they know you're there. They've got bad eyesight, but if they smell you, you're fucked. Yeah, and the same with a bull elephant. If he's on his testosterone,
I'm not sitting here diminishing the value in a fight of a bull elephant or a rhino, right? Can we get this clear here? We're talking about fucking like alpha, but there's alphas and there's alphas. Elephants are more than happy to have a human being sat on its fucking back for a couple of monkey nuts. Whereas a fucking hippo, if you look at it the wrong way, it's gonna chase you down and chew you up.
That doesn't. You're right. I agree with that, but it doesn't mean that they're going to beat a bull elephant in a fight. You're having a laugh, yeah?
You pick a fight with the wrong hippo.
I don't think you've got a clue how strong these bull elephants are.
I think you are.
They knock down fucking trees. They knock trees over.
Creatures. They're the big friendly.
You don't see a fucking hippo knocking a tree down, but you see an elephant. They take whole trees out of the ground in their roots.
You know what it is, right? You know what it is. You've got a hippo which is slightly smaller in size, but they're like a fucking Staffordshire Bull Terrier. They are fucking nasty pieces of work. Right? You got to put the fucking muzzle on them. Whereas you got like a Great Dane in a fucking elephant that's going to lick you to death. Okay, I am picking an elephant. If I had to have a fight with either or, I'm picking an elephant to fight rather than the hippo all day long.
Well, you're going to lose either one,
to
ain't
back
you?
the elephant, Jimbo, I'm starting to get worried about you with the whole carp thing and the elephant thing. I'm just going to put it out there, bro, because it's mental. The gymnastics you're going through to tell me that a hippo is lesser in a fucking stand-up fucking boxing match with that with an elephant. The elephant might be a heavyweight, but this cruiserweight is fucking knows how to throw these things.
Well, my money wouldn't be on the hippo. I can tell you that now.
We need a new channel, the Hotspur Hippo. This started off as such a well-structured show, and it's turned into a very bizarre debate.
Sorry, it's probably my fault.
It's absolutely hilarious. My tummy is killing me from laughing. And Nikos said, came in for the football news, but stumbled into a hippo-elephant debate. And for the record, it's a good debate. I'm not fighting elephants, hippos, or rhinoceroses because they all are scary.
Can we ask the chat how many people are watching?
268.
All right, fucking hell, that's going to be embarrassing in the morning. 268 people, okay, ones and zeros, right? Who is going to win in a fight between a normal elephant and a normal hippo? Like a normal, I'm not talking about the crazy amped up on steroids elephant that Jimbo wants us to believe that exists, and this docile, like he's divorced, he's put on a bit of weight.
A bull elephant.
Hippo. A normal elephant against a normal hippo. When you bake in the genes, you bake in the aggression. One is for the elephant. No, one is for the hippo, because I like to have one. One is for the hippo, 0 is for the elephant.
So 1 for the hippo, 0 for the elephant. And big up to Lee, who says, great show, but it really does show how dry the Spurs bombers have got.
Yeah.
Elephant, 1. Elephant, 0. A 1. Oh, it's quite mixed. 1.
No, people are being donuts. They're going for
2, 1, 0. Oh!
No. Yeah, you're right. People are going for the elephants. You're all fucking idiots, honestly.
You know what?
Don't be a fucking sore loser, Butler.
There's actually a video of an elephant, a bull elephant, turning over a bus full of people.
Yeah,
just knocking it over for fun.
He didn't kill the people. The hippo turns over a car and tromps on the fucking people. The hippo has got the gene, right? He's the fucking lunatic.
Maybe it's a Magnum.
It's hippo any day, Tom Kingan. My man. What are we doing here?
Elephant, easy. Yeah, everyone.
I've seen a hippo. It looks shit.
Yeah, that hippo did look pretty shit, to be fair, on that video. But look, I think he lost this one.
Hang about, because just before you continue making your wrong decisions, before we got onto the elephant, Jimbo was making the assertion that a hippo would a rhino would be able to beat up a hippo, and we saw it in real time. We saw it in real time.
A full-grown male rhino will. I'm telling you now,
we saw it in real time.
But the thing is there, Sean, right? Sean, listen to me, right? The thing there, if a full-grown hippo and a full-grown rhino face off, the hippo will back down. It won't fight it. I'm telling you now. It won't fight. It will back down and go back in the water because it won't put itself in a position where it's going to get that horn stuck up his ass.
What you
think? That sounds quite nice.
You think hippos can't fucking penetrate the skin with their fucking giant jaw with those tusks? What are we doing here?
It will back down. I'm telling you now.
I got a bomber. We just hit 3,400 subs.
Hey.
Talking absolute nonsense. But do you know what they say really funny? It don't matter how big a hippo.
I'm fucking angry with this nonsense.
It don't matter how big a hippo's mouth is. I bet it can't get its fist in its mouth. That's all I'm saying. Even no matter the size of it, it ain't getting its foot in its mouth. This is my best content. I think someone said we need a podcast of Jimbo's adventures. Let me tell you something now. The adventures he's had. Wow. Unbelievable scenes. It was like when you had to sleep in the jungle, whatever it was, and there was lions outside your tent. It's crazy. But yeah, Shawnee is getting wound up because his hippo's getting bashed up by an elephant.
See the. Let me send this. I don't know if he'll want this message, but shown. But I'll send this to you, Kate. I asked James whether or not he caught anything.
What did he say?
Look on your. What the size of that thing?
Let me see. Let me see.
I can't show you, Jim, because it's got his boy.
Yeah,
you can send it to me.
I'll send it to you.
I've met his son, Kate.
It's there, Jimbo. It's there.
Right? Yeah, I know. We met his son at the ground.
A fucking 11-year-old can pick up a fucking carp the size of that.
Well done, James. If you're listening to you and your boy, well done. That's a lovely fish.
Well done.
It is. That's a big.
Is that a carp? By the way.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the first time he's ever been fishing. But no, I'd back that kid to catch a bigger fish than you.
How come I haven't got James's number?
Because he said he's blocked you.
Yeah, he just said he don't like you. he said he's heard you've got terrible fucking takes about fucking hippopotamus.
Animals. And fishing. Oh my God, that's so funny. What does that mean? Is it a mirror carp or a common carp? What? There's different carps.
A mirror. He's got a mirror carp.
I don't know. For God's sake.
Is it a mirror?
Yeah.
Let me have another look. Hang on.
My God.
I am 100% gonna use AI to build me a UFC ring, and I'm gonna say I need you to like look at all the data, all of the stats, the average sizes, the weight, everything about all of the animals out there, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this on a live stream.
Absolutely.
We're going to find out if the rhino is better. The fact that Jimbo fucking is suggesting that the hippo doesn't even beat a rhino, let alone an elephant. I mean, he's giving so much disrespect to the hippo. And if you fucking disrespect, I'm not giving
disrespect to the hippo, you bozo. Right? I'm just saying to you, get your facts in order before you start gobbling off about things that you don't know about. Because I'm telling you now, the hippo will back down for a full-size grown rhino every fucking time. It won't fight it.
I don't just make this shit up. It's like people calling me clickbait on my transfer news. I'm just telling you what's out there. The hippo wins in any statistical fucking battle. It is what it is. I don't make this shit up. Why would I make it up? It's the hippo wins every day.
My niece just said, why is this guy so obsessed with hippos? Is he sponsored by hippos?
Not yet. But you wait and see.
Tony White says an elephant wins a fight against a hippo every time, despite the hippo being one of the most aggressive and dangerous creatures in Africa. It is outclassed by their sheer size and power.
Tony White is fucking wrong. There's been debates about this on bigger channels than this. Okay, Joe Rogan has had people experts on to discuss this, and they go for the fucking hippo. They give credit where it's due to the elephant. They say it's a tough battle. I'm just telling you, I'm not making this up. Hippos are statistically better at this shit. It is what it is.
I've got to say, my Jimbo is obsessed with nature programs. So when it comes to nature stuff, I don't ever argue with him because he watches every single nature program. He can watch
as much fucking Attenborough as he wants, right? But when you've got experts that are being brought onto Joe Rogan's fucking podcast to literally discuss the conversation of who wins in a fight, I don't think Attenborough's ever got that fucking far down the rabbit hole when it comes to animals, whereas Rogan has. And Rogan's answer, not his, but the other experts, are that the hippo wins in the long term. I've got no vested interest in the hippo. I don't give a fuck about any hippos. I respect the elephant. I just think that Jimbo's a little bit disrespectful about the hippo here. You know?
I literally have absolutely wet myself more than one time tonight.
Kay, where did you send that photo to me? Where did you send it?
I didn't. Shawnee did.
Oh, Sean sent it.
I trust Rock over Joe Rogan. Isn't Joe Rogan the conspiracy theory guy?
That's a lovely fish he's caught there. Let me tell you now. That's a lovely fish. A mirror. It's a really, really nice fish.
It just looks like every other fish I've ever seen.
No, it's not. It's a lovely fish.
Who'd catch more carp?
Catch.
Who'd catch more carp, a hippo or an elephant? Well, you'd have to take... Jimbo could be the hippo and Shawnee could be the elephant. Hippo versus Rhino versus Elephant in a triple treat match for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship pay-per-view live on Kate and Jimbo. Oh my God. We've got to get this sorted. This silly.
Here's an interesting one, though. Here's an interesting. I don't know how much time you got left. I'm fucking wound up now. You've wound me right up. So I'm in on this one. Right. If you were to have a single elephant and you had 30 hyenas,
Oh,
who's coming out on top? And by on top, I mean the elephant's never going to kill the hyenas like to eat it. But I mean, is the elephant going to end up getting tired? Is the elephant going to end up? Would any number of hyenas ever be able to break through that kind of that leather skin? Interesting stuff, right?
Look, it depends. It depends on the elephant, right? If you're talking a bull elephant, right, they're never going to bring it down, right? Now, if you're talking a female elephant, then there has been cases of hyenas and lions bringing them down and eating them. But if you're talking a bull elephant, it's too strong.
Okay,
and they don't. And do you know the thing is? Do you know
I
the
agree
thing
with you on
is?
the elephant.
It's very, very rarely, right, that they go for elephants. They normally, if there's a mother and a baby,
They'll go for baby elephants. They'll
if there's a mother and a baby that
elephant.
have come away from the herd, right, they normally try and get the mother away from the baby, and then they take the baby down.
Yeah, 100%. What about this, right? What about a honey badger?
A honey
I
badger's
love
a
them.
badass.
Mate, the honey badgers are the fucking baddest of bad boys.
They are badass, mate, let me tell you.
They don't give a fuck because they know that their skin is so stretchy, ain't nothing getting through a honey badger's skin. When a fucking animal gets hold of it and tries to rip it apart, the skin just stretches like Stretch Armstrong. It's wild. And these things have got claws on it. Like, no. And the great thing about the honey badger is, like, they're not a threat to anyone else, right? Like, so, and like over the eons of evolution, the honey badger now can just stroll through he can just stroll through anywhere by himself. He got no problems. Occasionally he'll get in a scrap with a hungry whatever, but eventually he walks away because it doesn't, he's not interested in eating anything else because he's a herbivore, and everything else knows there's no point in trying to take it on. And all you're going to come away with is like a kind of a fruitless activity where you're not going to kill it, you're not going to eat it, and you're going to get a few scratches from the honey badger. Honey badgers are fucking like
a honey badger,
awesome, unbelievable.
A honey badger will face off a pride of lions.
Yeah,
he will face. Now the only thing, right? The biggest killer for honey badgers is when they get bitten by a snake. Right now, they can take the venom, but it knocks them out for a while. And when they're knocked out, sometimes they get eaten by hyenas or lions. But the venom doesn't kill them. It just
they're built different. If I could come back as anything, I'd come back as a honey badger.
It knocks them out for like 6-7 hours until it goes through their system. But their skin is as thick as anything.
And it stretches like men mad.
They are an absolute badass. They are.
Yeah. Wow. By the way, Tony. Is it Tony in the chat? What's his name?
Tony, yeah.
Tony White. I think it was Tony White. You said, yeah, it's been confirmed that the elephant beats the hippo on land. Keyword on land. I like the way that you're trying to manipulate the environment to suit your needs. Right? Let's see what happens in the shallows of a local watering hole. That's all I'm saying.
When you said honey badger, I wasn't thinking of them because they are savage. I was thinking of the red badgers because they're so cute.
Have you seen a honey badger? Honey badgers are cute.
Yeah, Jim and I watched a program on them the other day because I didn't know nothing about them. But they're savage little bastards. But if I come back, I want to come back as a killer whale. Just saying. Nothing's killing me in the water. Apex predator.
Yeah, but you've got to eat a fuckload of krill. How are you on seafood?
I love seafood.
Oh, fair enough.
So I'm quite happy. And an occasional seal chucked in, a bit of penguin every now and again. Lovely jubbly. I'll be like pig in shit.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, killer whales are pretty cool. Yeah,
they are my favourite animals in the whole wide world. or you could come back as a sloth and just be a lazy bum. I'm going to finish it there because we've been going nearly 3 hours, and for the last hour we have just talked utter nonsense, but it's been absolutely hilarious. And whoever said it was spot on. There is very little to talk about in the world of Spurs, so we're talking about animals, and we all await for Shawnee to develop some sort of cage match of all these animals together.
I just
A
had to
shark
explain
would,
to my niece why honey badgers are called honey badgers.
The watching right now.
Yeah. Hi, Amelia. Yeah, she was like, why are they called honey badgers? I thought bees made honey.
Just explain it to
A
her.
shark would be a
Why are
hippo.
they called honey badgers?
Because they go into hives. They don't give a shit about the about the bees. They just go straight into hives and just eat all the honey. That's why they're called honey badgers, even though they eat a million other things, snakes, rats.
They eat anything. Yeah.
They eat anything, yeah. But then the main thing is they go straight into beehives and just eat the honey. They don't give a shit because they don't care about getting stung.
I fucking love the honey badger. It's like this carelessness, but also everyone else respects the fact that it's just like let them do their thing. You know, they're not going to cause you any trouble. There's no point in us in the law of the jungle where everything is potentially a fight, everything's potentially a meal. The honey badger just generally just fucking walks through, and you got tigers that are 3 times the size. They go, all right, lad.
No, they're literally.
The respect that the honey badger gets from its community is like top fucking draw.
We watched them, didn't we, Jimmy? They were going up to all these massive big animals, and the animals were just like backing away.
One of them took on an elephant. A honey badger took on an elephant, and the elephant kicked it, right, and it rolled over about 6 times, and it got up and went straight back at the elephant. And I called Kate, Kate, you got to see this. They are the baddest animals on the planet. But you know, there's 2 killer whales, right? They're called Port and Starboard, right? They hunt the great white shark. These two they're absolutely known, these 2 killer whales, for hunting great whites, killing them and eating their liver, and that is what they're known for. And in one area where there was a lot of sharks, they absolutely slaughtered the population of sharks.
Do you know what? Last thing I'll say. You know what I don't like about killer whales is when they see like a seal or a penguin or whatever it is, and the fucking thing is like it's swimming for its life, and it jumps onto an ice like a micro.
Yeah, they
iceberg.
tip it over.
Well, they create these waves. They create the wave that then flood the iceberg, and you're watching it and you're going, "Oh no, he knows he's fucked. He knows he's fucked." And they can't, and they work together. They're smart motherfuckers, but sorry to swear like that, but they know what they're doing. But you sit there and kind of go, I'm always rooting for the underdogs in these nature programs.
Well, Sean, you know the thing is, once they catch it, they don't kill it; they play with it.
Yeah, like cats. Like your mate there, Archie.
Yeah, he's a little bastard as well. But yeah. That's the only thing about killer whales I don't like, but I still want to come back as one and that is my dream. That is on my bucket list, to go and see killer whales in the wild, wherever that may be.
I don't think any human being is going to be fortunate enough that if you manage to have a decent run around this time in this life cycle, when you go back, when you get the soul capture and you go back in through karma, through reincarnation, I don't think many humans are going to luck out and come back as something that's the king of the animal kingdom in whichever environment they're in. I think the chances are you're going to be, not you personally, but any of us are going to be like a chicken or, you know what I mean? Or a mosquito.
I buy the Kentucky Fried Chicken one.
Yeah, well, that's the problem though.
4 wings and 2 legs and 3
You'd
legs.
have to be very, very, very lucky to be a human being that's born into this timeline with this, you know, with the fortune that we've all got, and then when you die, you come straight back out, and then what? You're a fucking killer whale, or you're a hippo. Not so much a rhino, but if you're a hippo, like you're sitting there and you're going, I've just lucked out. I'm in a different world, different environment, but I'm still the top of my league. I don't know if you get that lucky in life, you know. Don't think it works that way.
Someone just said about the Tasmanian devil as well. They're another badass.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Oh dear, you could go on and on. Big up, Carl. Good to see you. Thank you very much to everyone for the super chats and jewels today. I can't go through them all because there's 80. But thank you very much. Shawnee, thank you for coming on and causing absolute carnage, as usual. It's been an absolute
I
pleasure.
caused the carnage.
Yeah. I don't even know how we got onto it, you'll know,
Yeah, it
truth,
was
but
good
I'm going
though.
to
It
blame
came at
you.
a good time because we'd finished really. We'd
Yeah,
rinsed.
I was actually going to finish the show, and then we got onto animals.
Yeah,
And
we rinsed Tottenham, didn't we? So we've give the viewers
I
a bit of entertainment.
I don't think it was me that brought up
There
the
we go.
animals.
no, it was carp fishing first.
Yeah, I didn't bring up carp fishing.
No, silly
Well, why
Nickers
would I
did.
have brought up carp fishing? It was the carp fisher. It was him who brought it up. I just went where we went.
I don't know
Yeah,
even.
but it was very entertaining for the
was.
audience. So
It was. They've enjoyed
let's
it.
not complain.
I'm sure everyone is
Don't
already.
tag me as the creator of the carnage when it was a bozo over here. What are we doing here? That's what I'm saying.
Make sure you guys sub to Shawnee. I'm sure everybody in here is already, but if you like nonsense, then you'll love it over there. And don't forget to go to the Spurs Hub as well for all the latest Tottenham stuff. You must have loads of subs now, Shawnee, over at Spurs Hub.
Yeah, I think we're getting towards 2,000 now or something. So appreciate everyone.
Yeah. So make sure you go over and subscribe to that. Anything you want to say, Jimbo, before we go?
No, don't diss the rhino.
Yeah.
All right.
Up the hippos. Up the hippos.
He might be up front for us next season, so don't diss him.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Come on, you.
Spurs.
Come on, you hippos, rhinos, whatever. I don't know what side I'm on. So come on, you killer
You're
whales.
on your husband's side, darling.
All right.
Get
What
it
was
right.
yours? Come on, you rhinos.
I'm watching football